Hello, everybody. We are live, ready to continue our game of Alien, the role-playing game, Book of the Dead, a homebrew space trucking campaign, where I am joined by this lovely, lovely crew who may not survive the night. We will find out.
Rude.
Well, their characters may not survive the night. I'm sure
Thank
you're
you.
all fine.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun,
Mystery
dun.
fungus.
I have
We-
contained the spores.
We have
mystery
pirates.
fungus.
Fuck that.
Exactly. We gotta see what the spores do before the pirates get to us.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe
is
we
that
can
it?
use the spores and infect
On the
pirates with the
pirates?
spores.
To
Yeah.
destroy
Okay.
the spores?
They're just
Just
gonna
throw all the
nuke
spores
us.
in the airlock.
Yeah, you're joking now. Just wait till we get boarded by mushroom men.
Oh yeah, and they're immune to the spores.
I think, didn't Metallica say fight fungus with fungus?
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Which, as angry as I will probably always be at Metallica, that is a banger of a song.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cliff
Fuck
Burton.
Metallica.
Metallica rules. You guys suck.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what you have against Metallica. Metallica kicks ass.
They broke my heart.
No.
Well, the
They-
things you love the most break your heart the hardest.
They
That's true.
broke the industry.
I would,
The industry
say
was
not
broken
really.
long
Like,
before
I understand your frustration.
Metallica.
but
To be fair.
they're actually really cool with people making covers of their songs. A lot of people are not.
They pushed the industry towards a monetization 20 years earlier than they would have normally in that format.
If it
Just in
wasn't,
that format.
if it wasn't them, it would have been somebody else.
Agreed.
And
It was also at a point
that's
when
the-
the internet was blowing up, and
Yeah.
that's the music industry. It is a
bothers
business.
me.
And behaves accordingly.
It was also after the Fuel album, which I hated, so.
I didn't mind the shift around then. I could understand artists not wanting to put out their 10th thrash album. Some guys
Yeah.
are into that. You got Exodus, I think they've released 20 thrash albums at this point, so hey man, if that's your jam, keep jamming it up. If not, change it up. And also you gotta factor in playing fast metal of any kind, whether it's thrash or death metal or black metal in some cases. It's very taxing on certain parts of the body, joints
Well,
especially. I wouldn't be
James
surprised
had to
if,
completely relearn.
yeah, well, he got his hands burned off by
Yeah,
pyrotechnics.
scorched. Yeah.
I remember when that happened.
I'll be honest, I was pissy 18, 19-year-old about that time, so I was taking offense to all the things.
Same. All right, well, anyway, what do you all remember from our last session?
We have a new crew member.
You do?
Jeeve.
And that's me. I remember the case magnetizing to me.
Yeah, tell us a bit about yourself, Jeeves.
Security officer on, was it Ares?
Ares Station. Or Ares
Station? Yeah,
Platform, whichever.
platform. Under a sea of methane.
Stinky.
Yeah. Well, it's actually, what is it? The hydrogen sulfide. Anyway. Station was attacked by a ship from space, is my guess. Orbital bombardment. All the synthetics went nuts and started murdering everybody on the station, murdering each other. And I was rendered unconscious.
But you were saved by the brave crew of the Verena. Found you unconscious,
Yes.
tended to you with medical
Didn't
aid.
space me.
They didn't space you. They took good care of you.
Could
But-
have spaced me. Didn't space me.
There's still time.
Yeah, give them a little bit.
It's okay. I'm armed.
Do you want to get space?
I have 2 arms.
We didn't give you your shotgun back yet, did we?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, they
Oh,
did.
damn it.
Yeah.
With
I
no ammo.
specifically,
Yep.
I was forced to by the captain, but I specifically mentioned that I unloaded it and delivered his shotgun shells in a plastic baggie.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember
'Cause that's how much I
remember that.
trust this guy.
Well, you just met him, so that's fair.
Yeah, hey stranger, here's
Yeah,
a loaded
that's fair.
shotgun. You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
This was only, about a day ago in game time, so you don't know this guy. Who's this guy?
Oh, poor Alice, though. Poor Dr. Alice. Was it how the session ended?
It
Wait, no.
ended. No, it ended with.
No, you just noticed it. It wasn't.
I analyzed the acid blood that was on Aaron's suit and noticed it seemed to be alive and expanding through the fabric. So I was like, let's do something about that.
Something
So
growing.
I quarantined it in a encased enclosure of some kind, something airtight.
I'm
and-
picturing it as like, when you go to the bank and you use the teller outside, the pneumatic tubes, kind of like a larger version of that. So there's like a mechanical cap at each end to maintain the quarantine, whatever, containment.
Yeah.
And then,
Be
an
hermetic sealed or
observable,
something.
hard, transparent container.
Yes,
Yep,
and
yep.
then we saw a little fungus growing around the holes where the acid had burned through the suit, and little poof of black spores came out.
No, the agent is now going to die. The doctor specifically checked me.
Yes.
That was clear. It was
Totally clear.
fine.
You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I'm not going to infect the entire crew and cause them to space themselves.
So
At least
we
not
will pick up right there. You are being pursued currently, and as we return to the medical bay, we see the 2 doctors intently staring into this container as you notice that these spores begin to shift and move within the container.
Like undulate.
There is no airflow in that container. That would totally defeat the purpose. The air in there should be totally still, so seeing any movement is very unusual. And you begin to see these spores cluster together and almost swim through the air inside the capsule. Almost like a, what do you call it? Murmuration of, small birds. As they kind of come closer and closer, coalesce, and then suddenly doom, into the side of the tube. A few more spins, doom, into the side of the tube. And so this continues every couple seconds. Doom. And just then... You're both take a point of stress. Eugene scared the shit out of both of you as you're both like watching kind of in wonder or awe maybe, or even fear at these spores. From behind you, Eugene is speaking up and you've never heard him act this way before. He is standing in the doorway of the med bay, growling and barking loudly at the container.
We should eject it off of the spacecraft.
Yep.
I think the company would reward us handsomely for this.
I need Dr. Niles
I think it's trying to get out.
to make a
should
wits
space it.
roll. And I'm going to give you a +2 on that roll.
Well, the company might appreciate it as like a blackmail or a threat. Like, hey, we got this. I'm
You
sure you
work
would
for fucking
appreciate it.
Umbrella Corporation? Like, throw this shit out into space.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Essentially.
Agreed.
Throw it into space.
I want to throw it in space.
Oh,
But
poor,
but
poor doctor.
Put it in your mouth.
it's
Okay.
dangerous.
Put it in your butt. Fuck the mouth.
Why not?
Not
both?
literally.
Sorry,
You
Firefox
gotta go
buttons.
to kick.com for that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like the revenue split on Kick was definitely appealing, but then I was like, there's
You don't want to be in the
just-
company. I just like to
it's
say
just-
that's bad company.
Bad company.
It's just I fucking hate degens.
Yeah.
Today I die.
I was like,
Every once in a while, I'll see
I
a
don't
GIF
know if I
from
want to do
something on
this.
Kick, and I'm just like, whoa.
Mhm.
It's
I
like,
the
purposely
most
took
recent shit.
I
fucked.
purposely took my name over there, and that's it. 'Cause
Like
fuck you
I kind of
all.
feel
Same.
like you cats over there need to get your house in order a little bit.
I had forgotten about Kick till just now.
Hey, go to Rumble.
or
Like
not.
Fire-
Kick's
Firefox.
latest scandal's pretty messed up, so
Uh-huh.
there's gonna have to be some crackdowns over there.
Look, if I kept up with every single scandal that's happening with every single business or entity, I would just.
It's
This
It's
one's
nothing worth-
especially bad. This
it's
is
nothing
really
worth
bad.
getting into.
Yeah.
You can look it up on your own time. I'm sure it'll be easy to
Okay.
find. If
I
you're
didn't
that
know there was
interested.
something going on. Hell yeah.
What
Let's
was the
kick
number,
this-
Thog?
+2 on a wits roll. And yeah, I had problems with my Firefox earlier too. For some reason, like when I opened up Roll20, it just froze on me. Like that never happens.
I had
Okay.
an issue with that earlier too with Chrome.
I need
Weird.
to send you a whisper trip.
Oh.
Oh.
But piggybacking onto Dr. Alice's previous observation roll, because you had rolled a bunch of stunts on that we didn't really get to explore, so I'm gonna continue to keep you apprised of developments with your specimen. By this point, you've noticed that with uncanny accuracy, it is hitting the same part of the container repeatedly. It's not random. It's attacking the same point over and over again.
Oh.
And that would be right about in the middle of where this transparent, plexiglass is.
Dang.
It's trying
I
to
gotta
get
make some
out.
breakthrough.
And it looks like over a certain period of time, it will succeed. It's not like it's not about to happen any second by any means, but like, if it keeps doing this for days, eventually it's going to break through.
If we don't jettison this thing into space, let's put this container in another container in another container.
Well, you are on the bridge and don't know anything about this yet. So
That's true.
Yeah, we chilling.
So we will switch to the bridge where you have been diligently monitoring the scans and keeping an eye on the vessel, which is gaining on you slowly but steadily. And as it does, as it gets closer, as hour by hour ticks by, the pings are getting less and less frequent. You would know, based on your history, that that's something you're going to have to expect, that probably within the last day or two of them catching up to you, you might not see them on your scans at all, just because the proximity will be closer. Whatever jamming, stealthing technology that they're using would obviously be stronger the closer that they get.
So the closer they get, the less information we have.
Right.
Awesome. Let's jettison the. Do I know the spores exist? Like, do I know that's going on in the med bay? Have I been told?
I don't think we
thi-
have yet.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, well. Oh shit! These people are tailgating us.
Yeah, last I remember, I was in the galley, so I wouldn't have any clue.
Yeah, and all I knew was that these were the guys. The signature was the same as the ship that was on Ares outpost, right?
I thought it was not the same signature.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's a
cannot
different
remember.
ship. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
According to your notes.
But we're getting an escort at some point.
And
Not
that's
the
why the
same,
notes
different-
are so neurotic.
Different drive signature, and we identified it as foe.
But the company is sending an escort.
Yeah, but the escort's going to be woefully untimely. Right? Like the escort was going to get here in like several days after the ship was going to catch up
I
with
think
us.
there wasn't an exact time for when the escort would get here.
That's what it was, yeah. We just soon.
Though
Yeah.
I remember our badass Roughneck was able to permanently improve our FTL capabilities by 1.
Oh yeah. What a wizard that guy is.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Niles, I think we should tell the others about the spores.
We're on hold. I'm waiting.
I just sent it.
Jazz playing in your ear.
I don't know if spacing it is a good idea. It can obviously survive in a vacuum and is intelligent.
Then we should burn it or something. We need to destroy it. I don't like the look of it.
Also, Ammo, if you want to ask Mother, she can calculate, if this behavior from the spores continues, how long before it breaks through, that kind of stuff. Think of Mother almost as like Google. She's a she's a super brain.
We need to be very careful with this and not come up with any rash decisions.
Well, it appears as though it's trying to get out. We need to figure some way to keep it contained. So we need more capsules, more things to put it in. Another box, and another box, and another box, and another box.
Yes.
Until we can find the right people to do something with it, to not unleash this thing, whatever these spores are. We don't. It's given me the heebs.
Me too. I am very afraid of it.
So, who else is on the bridge currently besides the pilot? Captain? Agent?
I think me and Captain were, yeah.
I think the last thing I did was I went with the Roughneck to work on the engine.
Yeah, you helped me with
I'm
the
sure
engines.
I came back. I'm sure I went back to the bridge.
Yeah, I almost.
That's a
certainly
fair
remember that.
assumption. And Roughneck, you're doing Roughneck things, or taking a smoke break, a siesta, what have you. You're doing Roughneck stuff. All right, so the 3 of you on the bridge. I'm not going to make you roll for this because I would assume you're probably all still a bit on edge. And you're all going to notice a little warning light go off, a little doot, doot, doot. Take a look. And there is a malfunction with the waste disposal system.
Like a toilet's clogged?
Could be. Could be shitters full.
Well.
Have we
do I get
had
I'm going to
this
relay the
happen
message
before?
to Butch.
Yeah. And yeah, have we?
Minor malfunctions are an everyday part of space travel. So it's
Oh, this
it's
again.
it's a super minor thing. But it's something you'll want to address unless you want things getting real stinky and sticky around here.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, if he's letting Butch know, then I'll let him do that and see what Butch has to say.
Also, right now, Alice, I think we should keep it a secret because they might put us all in danger.
You don't think we should get anyone else's opinions on what we should do with it? They may not necessarily be scientists like us, but they might still have something, an opinion worth hearing.
We need to be very, very careful with.
All right, so
I'm gonna ask Mother how long at the current pace of the spores would it be before they possibly break through?
calculating. Approximately 78 hours, 32 minutes.
It's not a lot of time.
A little over 3 days.
Do we have another larger container that we can use if it starts to get close to that time and we haven't come up with a solution?
Russian nesting doll.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say you'd probably have
Ever
some
bigger
larger
containers.
containers that you could put that into to buy yourself more time.
We need help. we need
Just
we
give
need
me
to,
a little bit.
We need to get
I
in
need to think.
contact with somebody that can help us with this. Someone else with more maybe specific knowledge in this area of expertise.
Perhaps Erin's contact.
All right, Captain. How you gonna break it to Butch that he's got to go deal with the probably worst possible minor malfunction, which I rolled randomly, by the way, and I just happened to roll a 66 on a D66, and that's what that was.
I'm gonna go down and tell him in person and help him with it.
It's like, Butch, have a seat.
Good job.
You gonna get in the shit together?
Yep.
All right. So you make your way down. You find Butch probably smoking a cigarette, hanging out.
Reading the nudie mag.
Shitter's on the fritz again.
Big
Go
jugs.
deal with it.
Oh, all the things. Fine. I go to the fucking locker and get the roto rooter.
I gotta put my big jugs down for this.
It's all like green-skinned alien women.
Yeah. Oh
A
yeah.
bunch of Twi'leks from Star Wars.
All right, I grab my plum tools.
It's heavy metal, which is still in publication.
Yeah, heavy
Oh,
metal.
there we go.
As someone who is fairly handy, I fucking hate plumbing. My God, there's
Yes.
nothing
Yeah, I'm
worse.
It
pretty-
always
it's pretty
stinks,
gross.
no matter what it is.
Yep. Whether it's sink pipes or toilets,
Mhm.
it's always been
Shower
stuff.
drains.
It's
No,
horrifically
those are
disgusting.
Oh, shower
worst.
drains are probably the worst, yeah.
But
They
it's
stink.
the core principles of it are pretty simple axioms. You know, water generally goes up, shit generally goes down.
Mm-hmm. And the artificial gravity of space, I guess it goes down? Question mark.
It goes to
sideways.
wherever it's pumped to.
Follows the
and
arrow.
It's
Yeah.
the old pump that needs work.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not.
I bet it's an O-ring. It's always the fucking O-ring.
Yep.
Dude, grab your O-ring assortment and get at it.
So you find the pump, and it is making a mess. One of the hoses has split and is not quite spraying, but kind of surging out foul brown liquid.
Oh God. Okay, I go for the shut off and
Ew.
turn it off.
Hate to be you right now.
Do you
But
get,
all
hazard
things
pay?
in, it's a pretty easy fix, albeit disgusting.
I'm gonna
So
grab a mop and start cleaning.
I'd rather
Alright.
be
Yeah, I
Butch
mean-
over the doctors right now.
Just
I
be
mean, yeah,
glad
we
that we
have,
have gravity.
Possibly incredibly dangerous spores contained in our lab at the moment, so
Viper.
maybe dealing with poop might not be
Well,
that
don't
bad.
flush them
Yeah,
down the
let's-
toilet, please.
Yeah,
No.
don't let the spores fuse with the poop.
They just
I-
immediately
Yeah.
start corroding because it's like fertilizer for the thing.
Oh God.
That's why I'm
Be
afraid
glad
of
we have
burning them.
gravity.
What do you think it's gonna work like the
So,
what's that fungus or the mold?
Ground
What is it,
mold?
mold from D&D? Yeah, that just
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
if you hit it with fire damage.
anyone who might be infected with these spores is not allowed to go to the bathroom on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Aaron, you
Gotta
gotta
hang
use
it out
a
the
chamber
airlock.
pot.
If I was there, that's what I would say.
Okay, Alice, move clockwise around the container.
Oh, okay.
Does the spores keep hitting the same spot?
it does, but you notice kind of the tail follows her. So if it's formed a bit of almost like a fish wouldn't be like the right word, but almost like snake-like kind of cohesiveness. It's
sort
still
of.
individual spores, but they're grouping up together to ram into the side of it, and doing so with like a very fine point. But the tail end that's trailing out kind of follows her as she circles around it. And
What if
Butch, heavy
I
machinery
move-
while we do this.
To the other side.
You get a +1 from your wrench, and I'll give you a further +1 because you have assistance, so +2. Tadpole, yes, thank you, Mercy.
I don't like it.
Does it move if I move?
Well, move, you move.
I step away from the container and let Dr. Niles walk up and do the same thing.
You repeat it with the same result. Follows you as it continues to ram the side.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Can you go find Erin?
Your voice cut off at the
Yeah,
end.
you cut out.
Can you go find Erin?
Okay.
Damn it.
Why do you think she might be in trouble now?
Yes, and we need her to contact Weyland as soon as possible.
Okay. I scuttle off to go find Aaron.
Okay. So heavy machinery roll +2 from Libris, Butch.
Okay.
If you
heavy
get this
machinery.
job done.
Damn, son.
At least you can bank some, so if we have to fix the shitter later, you'll be good to go.
Or he's just that good. Never fix it again.
Yeah, sounds about right. I never want to be in here again.
Oh yeah. So you've got 2 stunts, so you never have to fix it again. You perform a lasting. It's the best sewage tube you've ever seen. This new one, it'll outlast the ship. By golly, it's the best
You
one
take pride in that work.
that's ever been
Created some
made.
sort of proprietary, never-failing sewer system.
Yeah.
It's badass.
just came up with his own.
Patent that shit, man.
Yes. That. Thank you.
Help us pay for the ship. Come on.
Patent that shit. Tube.
Nice.
Okay. So, Ammo. Dr. Alice. On your way to the bridge, you pass through the galley where Jeeve is still sitting. The case still kind of stuck to his chest. I don't know. Would you just like let your arms free and... Or would you...
Yeah, I mean, I can't remove it, so I might as well just get comfortable with it.
Okay. You're sitting there probably drinking a cup of coffee. Alice, as you're walking by, you look over and you see him kind of like visibly shake. And you hear a little boom from inside the case.
Ugh.
What was that noise?
He shakes again. Ugh. And Jeeve, it's literally like pulling you as it moves.
Like pulling me
I
towards
like
the
it.
door, or
Make a...
yeah, immediately what the fuck would come out of my...
Jeeve, I'll have you do observation +2.
Alice is just staring at him like this.
Okay, so it happens a few more times and Alice is standing there staring at you. You realize like it's the same motion over and over again. And it feels like you're kind of being pushed or pulled in all possible directions in a 3D space. So it's like pushes you to the right, then kind of spins around to the back, towards the front, around. Like it's almost like whatever's inside the case is trying to find a way out, but is otherwise
Doing the
held
Konami code.
stationary within it, which, they wouldn't have a case like this. It's not insulated or packed with material on the inside to prevent things from moving around.
Hmm.
Is that thing airtight?
I mean, it should be hermetically sealed. if
Yeah, I'd
it's
say
the
there'd be like
package
a
from
small indicator
Ares.
light on the side, which would show that it's still sealed.
Don't let anything happen to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Please.
try. Like, I don't know really what's in it, but
It honestly might be good that it's stuck to you at the moment, so you can protect it.
yeah, I'll do what I can. Do I have the bag of shotgun shells?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start loading the shotgun.
By the way, have you seen Erin? I'm looking for her.
Alright. That was the agent, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You saw her head towards the bridge.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There wouldn't happen to be a vending machine with cigarettes anywhere on the ship, would there?
I don't think so.
You go to the doctor to get cigarettes. They're
Okay.
prescribed. I'm not joking. That's actually in
Yeah,
universe
It's for
canon.
stress.
Canon,
Yeah.
yeah. Alright, I would like to do that. Go find the doctor and try to get some cigarettes.
What's the copay on a thing of cigarettes?
I will tell the doctor after I find Erin to bring you some, because he's a little busy at the moment.
Alright, thanks. Been kind of a stressful few days.
Yeah. She like whispers under her breath, "You don't know the half of it."
Well, I did watch my entire crew and all of the synths literally rip each other to shreds and then try to kill me. So
I mean, yeah, fair. I'm gonna go find Aaron now. Bye.
all right, good luck.
So awkward.
Sorry.
Head towards the bridge.
And there you find Corky and Aaron hanging out on the bridge.
Yay.
Just kind of zoned out, steadily watching the waste system light blink.
What's up,
How,
Doc?
how much shit do you think they've got down there, Corky?
Oh my god. I know how much shit I shit. So multiply that by the number of crew on here and you've
Should
got a
we be
lot of
talking
shit.
to Niles about that?
About what?
Never mind.
And
You wanna talk shit?
enter
I'll talk shit.
the other doctor, Alice.
Hey
Hi.
Doc, how much do you shit? Like a normal
the
human being?
right amount.
Okay, yeah, so then my math checks out. What's up?
I need Aaron.
Okay. Well, Aaron's right here.
The other doctor has requested your presence.
Is everything all right? No, obviously. Okay, because you just said,
Squinty eyes.
What's
Okay.
going on? Is it something that I need to know? Or yeah, so that's
Okay.
another yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's on a need-to-know basis at the moment.
I'm just
You'll-
gonna start walking out.
I hope everything's all right.
In the
If I'm
direction
gonna-
of the doctor, I hope.
Yep. I'll let
If,
you deal with Corky.
if I'm gonna be dying like in the immediate, future, just don't tell me. Just let it happen.
I
Live happily.
mean, probably not. At least not in the next few days.
Probably not. You know how assuring that is.
Now I'm side-eyeing you.
Just spill the
I have
beans.
a
Come
lot
on.
of concerns and questions, and I need Aaron's help, and I need to go back to the lab.
All right. Do you mind if I tune in on comms while you do that? Just that way I can learn what's going on without you having to waste your time, telling me. Or am I not allowed to
You'll
know?
have to ask the other doctor.
All right. Probably not.
That's up to Dr. Niles.
Okay. Get to what you need to get to.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Get on comms with the other doctor. Hey, Doc.
Hello?
We just had Alice come up here to get Aaron, and Alice was looking paler than normal, and stuttering and mumbling, and looked downright concerned about something, and wouldn't really tell me much. Said that I had to ask you for info. Is everything okay? What's going on down there?
Menstrual cramping.
You have menstrual cramping?
No, she does.
Oh. I feel like.
Yeah,
more
whenever a
than-
woman's angry at you, that's the first thing you should say.
Yeah.
Just to clarify where you stand.
Yeah, that will always go over well. Always. It smooths things over just immediately. It's a cheat code. Yeah, haha. But, like, do you mind if I tune in on comms just to, hear your conversations, hear what's going on? That way you can work and I can get updated?
I'm alone
'Cause
right now.
Well, yeah, but they're going to be back soon. They just left to head your way. So can I tune in on comms while you're working, just so I can kind of get an idea of what's going on?
I don't know what's going on.
Well, yeah, I know. I just want to listen in. Is that
What's
right?
going on? She was about to have an accident or something. I don't know.
Because of her menstrual cramps?
That's what yes.
Okay.
This is
Only
doctor
tuning out.
patient confidentiality, and I hang up.
So I immediately think, okay, clearly there's something just wicked going on down there, like something that they're nervous about. And I have a hunch it's not menstrual cramps.
What do you mean?
I don't know, just a hunch. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna cut you off
That's
there.
why the waste system broke. Didn't you know?
Dr. Niles,
Gee,
a new
what do you
patient
know about it?
arrives in the medical bay. Jeeve steps in.
I
Great,
put
I
a
flushed
folder
one too many
over
tampons.
what I'm reading. Hello?
Hi, I was told I could get some smokes here. I'm still probably groggy and all that from the concussion and everything, so kind of staggering, stammering. Also, this thing keeps fucking moving. That kind of point at the case.
You see him kind of like I don't want to say gyrate, but like almost kind of like there's a word
Shift.
for this. I can't think of what the hell it is.
Involuntarily moving, swaying, because the
Swaying, yeah,
movement
that
inside the
Oh,
box.
yes.
yeah.
Like cuz it's not a large amount of force that's being applied, but it's like kind of set to your core, so it's like, you know, you're already injured, and now on top of this you got this thing like literally pulling you, like yanking you around.
But why do you... Are you supposed to have that?
I don't know why, but it's stuck to me and I can't remove it.
Like a growth?
No, like magnets.
Oh,
Not sure how magnets work, but
yeah,
magnet.
that...
It's an old meme, but it checks out.
You should... I grab a pack of cigarettes, and I bring them to the door. Stay away from the MRI machine.
As you go
I
to
can do
hand him
that.
the cigarettes, the case just falls off of your chest. Just thump, lands on the floor.
Well, that's concerning.
So it's a super
Nope.
straight edge. You're just like, smoking? No, I'm out of here. Or menthols?
That's its one
I'm out of
weakness.
here.
Magnets?
Yeah, I guess not.
I take the pack of cigarettes back.
Nothing happens. Whatever it is seems inert.
So...
I guess this is meant to be in medbay.
Wow, you're a really good doctor.
Yeah, I guess I'll put it in the quarantine locker.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Can I get those smokes?
Yeah, here.
Thanks.
Come here, Arthur.
The
Yeah,
case
I'll
does
take
not
cigarettes
respond.
and head back to the galley.
Take your cigarettes, light one up. Hey, these are pretty fresh. They're fresher than what you've been getting on Ares Station anyway, so.
Yeah,
And ours are years
it's a
old. They've
bonus.
just been in stasis.
Well, I figured that would
Yeah.
probably be one of the few perks to the fact that you're all over creation. Get to keep
Niles sleeping with the cigarettes.
get to keep the freshness for yourself, you know?
Yeah, I'll just head back towards the galley and smoke my cigarette.
All right. Before you do, I need one roll from you. Gotta figure out which thing it is. Let's see. So this would be an observation roll, but at -1. Yeah. Nice.
Damn, dude.
You notice the doctor himself looked kind of sweaty? Like maybe just had like a bead of sweat like running down the side of his face?
Are you sure you're okay, Doc?
Seems a little flustered.
You know about the pirates?
No.
We're being tailed by pirates.
I imagine Jeeve has an idea as to why, but
I'm not built for this kind of combat stuff.
all right. Well, I guess I should go speak to the captain.
Tell him sorry if I wasn't supposed to tell you.
Post hoc
Sorry about that breach of
apology.
security. All right. Well, I'll go try and find the captain. See if there's anything I can do to help.
All right. As you're making your way back towards the bridge, you would pass by, because Alice and Aaron, you were heading towards the medical bay, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the three of you would pass one another in the hallway.
So
Jeeve
the
now
case fell
smoking,
off.
and yeah, you'd see the case is gone.
Yeah, it's missing. It's in med bay. The doc said he put it in quarantine.
I'm sorry, what?
That's probably a good thing.
The
Erin's
case that
running.
was, yeah.
She's gonna run.
So first to arrive back in the med bay is a very out of breath Aaron, who booked it there.
Where's the case?
I turn around, I'm holding it.
Oh no, no.
Wait,
Mm-mm.
he.
No.
Mm-hmm.
It was meant to go straight to the captain. We gave it to the captain, and then it decided to just hug Jeeve. So we
Yes.
left it with Jeeve.
Mm-hmm. And then I gave him cigarettes, and he dropped it, and then left.
Cigarettes made that happen?
I guess so.
It's got that Pineapple Express on.
It also does seem a little bit fitting. It's got my name on it.
And
Sorry,
Alice,
what?
you'd catch up at this point.
It what?
I'm out of shape.
It's got my name on it.
What happened to the case? Why is it not stuck to Jeeve anymore?
I gave Jeeves cigarettes, and the case fell to the ground.
That's weird.
That is mischievous.
And he just left, and then Aaron's here. I was gonna go put it in quarantine, but it interrupted.
That's probably a good idea. It was moving. Or
It was-
something inside of it was moving.
Aaron's gonna use the comm system and call the captain.
Please wait.
What?
The captain is a very, very rash man.
Just for the case? Wait, is there
No,
something
this is
else?
aside from the case. This case is a new problem.
Okay.
We're gonna need you to contact the company. If you come over
For
here.
What?
Go ahead.
Thog, I have a question real quick.
Spores.
Having gotten kind of suspicious of like what might be going down there, is there a way that I could potentially like listen in on comms like in the med bay without like, you know, just kind of like not hack into it, but like just kind of, you know, patch into it, just listen in without them noticing that like somebody dialed in? Can I try doing that with like Mother or through the ship?
Yeah, make a comtech roll.
Hell yeah. Comtech. And do I get my +2 for rolling with the ship?
Nope.
Okay.
That only applies to pilot rolls. All right, you are successfully able to listen in.
All right, we'll say right now is when I start listening.
Okay,
Okay.
well, anyway, if you come over this way, Aaron, the specimen stuff we took from your suit has turned into spores and are attacking this glass right here. And it's goo. It's goo again.
What do you mean it?
It's goo. Why is it goo? And I look at Arthur. Alice,
Yes.
those were spores, right?
Yeah. Are they not still?
Hand
I
me
don't see spores.
hand me the case for a second.
It's got my name on.
I know, but it's just a classified name. I mean,
Are they gonna check it for fingerprints?
they very well might.
So, am I in trouble now?
You very well might be. We're gonna fix that though, so it doesn't happen. Cause you know what? It was out of your control.
Yeah.
And
Here's Arthur, and tell
there
them
you
we
go.
found goo in your suit.
Well, what I want to do is step away with Arthur in my hands and see if something happens to the suit. Like, she's just gonna hug Arthur to her chest.
It's cool to the touch. Feels normal.
Eh,
It weighs about what
Jeez.
you would expect it to. Like, it has a little bit of heft to it. There's something in there, but it's not anything. I'd say maybe like the weight of like a single brick. So, not much.
Gotcha. And she's just gonna step backwards. Eyes on the containment thing, I guess. And she's gonna try to walk backwards out of medbay, not looking like a moron and bumping into everything.
All right. So from there, we will switch over to Jeeve, who is running into the captain as he's making his way back to the bridge. So it'd be like captain's coming from below deck, so you'd kind of see him as he's coming up the ladder, Jeeve.
Good. I'm glad I found you, Captain. I was
Where's
informed
the
we're being
case?
tailed. It's in Medbay. The doc's putting it in containment now.
I believe I asked you to take care of it for me, and you left it in medbay with the doctor who wanted to scan it and break our contract. Not that you knew that, but I've got to go to
don't know
medbay.
anything or care anything about your contract. I care about getting out of here alive and getting as many people out of here alive as possible because there are things that you don't know.
Agreed. But I know I have to keep that. I'm supposed to have that case. The only reason I don't have that case is because it was stuck to your chest. And now it's floating around my ship all willy-nilly.
So I assume at this point, kind of like walking and talking, making your way back
Yes.
towards Medbay. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeeve, do you follow, or are you just gonna head back to the?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk with him and
Okay.
try and impress upon him that there are things that he doesn't know about the situation that is putting everyone in danger. That
Like-
I'm not currently at liberty to discuss, but
Then what
You
use
got
are you
more than-
telling me this? What use is it then? You're not going to tell
you
me.
have more
and
than
you're gonna-
pirates to worry about.
Okay, and we have a company escort en route. We're trying to outrun these pirates or whoever's following us. If you're going to give me cryptic statements and say
Jeeve kind of
look-
scoffs at the mention of a company escort.
you're going to tell me that you know things that could. Let's put it this way: you want the crew to be safe, but you're not going to tell me what I need to know to keep it safe. So, why are we having this talk?
Just to be careful who you trust.
You just got here. Everybody else on this ship, I've been with for multiple years now. Besides the agent,
Exactly my
I
point.
trust a lot of them. Like, I gave you your gun back. That showed a lot of trust in you, I think. Because my dog didn't bite you. So I gave you a little bit of faith in that decision. I would assume that would
Yeah,
give me a little bit of trust with you.
I don't think this gun's going to be enough to deal with what we've got to deal with.
Well, yeah, because if the pirates get close enough, they're going to shoot us out of the sky, and then, okay, we're all done for.
Just as a point
Yeah, I
of
don't think they want to shoot us out of the sky.
just as a point of clarification, pirates is certainly a possibility, but I believe last session somebody had rolled. I believe Joey had rolled and recognized the drive signature as belonging to a UPP vessel, likely
Yeah, space commies.
space communists.
Okay.
I remember
Okay,
having
then-
that conversation.
And every pirate mentioned was changed to that.
Right.
Yeah,
I kind of figured we were just like using it.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna
stand-in
redistribute
term.
us across the galaxy.
Mm,
At the
This
at the end
isn't
of the day,
pirate.
it's a minor correction, but just for continuity's sake.
they're still gonna take our wealth and redistribute it elsewhere.
Yeah,
True.
there's no actually as we get blasted in a fucking a million pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to shoot us down.
Just make sure you keep a copy of Animal Farm somewhere on the vessel.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they
Yeah.
love that fucking book.
So I would say at this point in your conversation, everybody's in medbay except Corky, who's listening in.
Alice is probably gonna get a little mad at him if she finds out that he's hacked into the comms without the doctor's permission.
I didn't hack in. I engineered my way in.
He opened it up.
I opened up.
Same thing.
It's not hacking.
I'm going to reach out for the case.
It's engineering.
Oh, I will happily hand it across because she was obviously leaving medbay. She wasn't staring at Niles or anything. She wasn't worried about him, obviously.
Yeah, so you
Like,
kind of like
Right.
bump into them as you're backing out of the door.
Oh, thank fuck. Good. Here.
All right, I'll take the case. I'm going to look around. Why is everybody in the med bay?
Well, I work here.
Jeeves said he was in medbay and the case dropped. So I ran in here.
Okay. Anything I should know about?
All I
I-
did was give him cigarettes, and I did not do anything to the case other than
No.
hold it.
Yeah, he just picked it up. Honestly, I was there within seconds. He didn't do anything.
While this conversation's going on, I was like on my own little like MP3 player that I got in my area. I'm gonna start playing "Murder Was the Case" by Snoop Dogg.
Nice. And
Are you playing that over comms?
No, not over comms, just like
Okay.
my personal little Bluetooth speaker.
That reminds me of like on Men in Black when like this will replace all music and it's just a smaller CD. That made me laugh.
So, Corky, you would notice Eugene has joined you in the cockpit, and he's kind of curled up underneath where your feet are suspended, because the pilot's chair, kind of like a dentist chair, right?
Yeah, I'll pat my lap, like, want to come up? Want to come up?
Hop.
Good boy. Is everything all right?
Curls and lays.
Reading his body language, does he seem distressed?
Seems tired.
Okay.
You know, like some dogs, especially beagles, you can kind of read their face. They get a little puffy around the eyes when they get tired. He's got like the puffy "I'm tired" eyes.
Fair enough. He's got a busy day. So I will just have him on my lap, pet him, and say good boy, I love you, you're so cute.
He relaxes and
Hell yeah.
so back to the party in Medbay.
Is there anything going on I need to know about?
Nothing I know of.
I look at the. No.
Captain, I'd like to speak with you in private, if I could.
Just quirk a brow at that. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm looking at the doctor like I don't believe him.
Oh no, it's Jeeve. She's giving that look too.
No, but I don't like the way he answered that. I'm just gonna. All right. Well, if I'm needed, I'll be on the bridge.
I think
And
you're
head
about
toward
to be needed, but then the case something happened when I gave him cigarettes, and I think everything's okay now.
Also, something inside the case was moving.
I'm sorry, what?
It was moving. I on my way to get you, I was walking past Jeeve, and something inside the case was moving.
Just look
This-
at Jeeve.
Well, this day keeps getting better.
Captain, I must insist on speaking with you privately.
So you can tell me things that you can't tell me again? All right, let's go.
I'd say easy enough to find a quiet corner of the ship with privacy, no intercom nearby. Or you could bring him to like your private quarters.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Captain, I have been dishonest with you. And
You don't say.
in order to protect, he gets really stern with you, and he said, "I'm gonna have to pull rank, and you're gonna need to listen to what I have to say."
You're gonna pull rank on my ship.
Yes, I am Colonial Marshal Jeeve Stones.
So this changes a few things. He is no longer like on equal authority footing with you, perhaps. He definitely has rank here. He essentially is an ICC officer.
Now I'm gonna need you to listen to what I have to say and listen very closely. The UPP ship that is tailing us is after Arthur. It's the only thing of value on this ship that they would really want. How they know about it, I have no idea. There's probably a leak somewhere. Also, the company really, really wants to get their hands back on Arthur, and the risk of the information getting out after this event might lead them to just deciding to sanitize the ship. that means crew, gear, everything. I've been working undercover for about a year.
You would have been undercover total like 3 years at this point, but you've
3
only
years,
been
okay.
at Ares for the past year.
Yeah,
You know,
was
obviously
wondering
you
how you
kind of
s-
had to work your way up through the company.
yeah.
Wondering
kinda
how you
started
screwed
in
up
the
to
middle.
belong on that station.
Yeah, it was semi-intentional because the company has been developing bioweapons. As far as I know, that is a very strong risk as to what Arthur is. So yeah, do with this information as you will, but just remember that any of this, the more this spreads, the more danger people are in. And then Jeeve just kind of walks out.
Jeeves, you bastard.
All right, so Captain has the case, correct?
Correct.
All right. Are you gonna just for my own edification? You plan on keeping that with you? You're not gonna leave it in your room or anything like that?
I don't know yet.
Okay. I'll give you a minute to decide, and we will switch to Butch. Make an observation roll, Butch.
Okay, where am I? Am I done with the shitter this time?
Oh yeah, you're done with that. You've cleaned yourself up.
Observation, you said.
Mm-hmm. All right. So just kind of standard doing your rounds. You make your way through the cargo area, and everything seems to be in order. Nothing unusual to report.
Okay.
And things down there in the bowels of the ship are not quiet, but uneventful.
Okay. I have no idea what's going on the rest of the ship, so I am the happiest person on board currently.
Yeah.
Gonna keep it that way as long as possible. Huh?
And he's the one who just had to fix the ship pipes too.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
Ignorance is bliss.
Sitting pretty over there.
Well, in this
Thought-
case,
Sitting
in this
shitty.
case, ignorance is piss.
Thog, how
Nice.
does Jeeves' rank compare to mine?
Way over your head.
Nice. Yes.
At this point, he has the power to arrest all of you. Like,
Woo!
Yep.
he would have that authority. He wouldn't necessarily have the justification or want to do that, but he could.
or the inclination, no, but
He could absolutely just say, you know what, this vessel is quarantined under ICC protocols, and we're not going anywhere. And halt the vessel and call in the backup.
So now we have a couple things that we should jettison into space.
Well, you don't know that. Only the captain knows Jeeves'
Yep.
true identity, so don't metagame that.
I won't.
Oh, we saved him too. God damn it.
So, Aaron,
I'm happy I saved him.
It's probably a good thing we did.
Probably.
Aaron, would you have stayed in the med bay following all that, or would you? I wasn't sure. There was a lot of things going on. So, doctors, Aaron, any further conversation there?
I would have stayed.
The thing.
Yeah, I would have stayed to ask. What the
Look at
fuck do you
you.
mean spores?
Look at your suit and the thing.
Do you
Yeah.
do you reveal Dr. Niles?
I just see a gooey, empty case.
What?
You hold up the container and there's some kind of like gooey, sticky looking residue in there, but otherwise appears empty.
I told you it's goo now.
Did you do something to it while we were gone?
All I did the Arthur thing. Arthur did it.
Didn't we put the whole spacesuit in there?
yeah, I think the sleep was in it.
So I'm pretty sure when I wanted it quarantined, I think I wanted the whole entire spacesuit put in there.
Yeah, it's missing. The container appears empty.
I was
Um,
while you were gone. I got you
Legs?
this file to read. and I hand you the file.
I start reading the file.
It'll take you a little bit, and then Jeeves came here, asked for cigarettes. I give him cigarettes. The case falls down. I pick up the case. I go to put it in quarantine with the not in that one, in the locker or something, and then that now it's gone.
I read the file. What? As he's
you don't
talking.
You don't have time for that right now.
Oh. What's in the file? Summarize for me, please. What is this?
Look, there's no shortcuts when it comes to reading files. Just read it.
Summarize for me quickly.
Stuff about mycelium.
Uh-huh.
It's going to take longer for you to ask him to summarize it than it would for you to just read the file.
I'd say it's some file about like the viability
Sorry,
of growing certain, edible fungi in space, something like that.
It's what I had Mother print out all she had on fungus.
Okay. This is a problem.
I don't know if Arthur coming in the room had anything to do with turning it into goo now instead of floating intelligent spores.
Did you check to see if it was still sealed?
I didn't have time.
We should check if it's still sealed. I start walking over to the containment unit.
Okay.
I'm gonna check to see if the capsule thing that it was in is still hermetically sealed, if it's still intact.
Roll observation.
I'm sort of lingering by the doorway. This is a fucking nightmare. Oh boy.
It's doing me a panic.
All right. Roll d6 plus 1.
Nerves of steel.
She's getting the vapors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Keeping it together.
I forgot about Nerves of Steel.
Yeah, don't forget
Not
you get a
on
-2, I think, Alice. And well, you took Nerves of Steel, right?
Which
Yeah, so-
means when she rolls after this, the d6 plus 1, right?
Right.
Yeah,
It's
total
minus
is
two.
reduced
-2
by
to
2.
all
So it's a
panic
3.
roll.
So it is a 3. So you're keeping it together. You don't freak out, despite your rising tension. You are going to gain another level of stress, Alice, as you realize that the lid of the container is sitting just slightly ajar to how it was positioned before. Like, you remember, like, certain parts of the top and the bottom had lined up before, now they're not. This has been opened.
Did you open it?
Oh, I didn't have time to open it.
I mean, I was gone for a little bit.
Jeeves was here as soon as you left.
Has anyone else been here besides myself, Jeeve, and the doctor?
No. She
The
left.
captain.
Maybe 30 seconds later, Jeeves was here. I had time to print out that file.
So no Butch, no Corky. Okay.
No Butch, no Corky.
But he's listening. But we don't know that.
But you don't know that.
Nope.
But he's here in all of this.
Yeah, there's a lot of layers of meta right now. Try to be careful.
It's like a podcast. You know,
He doesn't even actually care. He just wants to listen.
He's just bopping na.
Suddenly we hear some shouting from the cockpit, like, "No, you should have done this." Like
no, the
it's
mic's
interactive.
muted. Mic's muted for sure.
Oh yeah, he's got it.
I'm gonna inspect the floor like immediately around the containment unit to see if I see anything on the floor, like remnants, traces of goo or spores or something.
The environment appears clean and sterile as ever. No traces of spore, slimes, goops, or goblins.
None on the floor, ceiling, walls, nowhere.
Nothing. It is in fact breaking your scientist's brain because like if the suit hadn't been taken out of there, then where is it now? Because matter doesn't just spontaneously disappear or vaporize inside of a containment vessel or capsule rather.
Did it maybe
I'm gonna
turn into the
inspect.
goo?
I'm gonna inspect the goo closely, like the remnants that's in the container. I'm putting gloves on first though, before I handle the container,
Okay.
Should
and
we
a mask.
should we be locking down med bay so nothing gets out just in case?
I mean, I think might be too late now.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
I'm putting on a mask and gloves quickly and inspecting the goo. I'm gonna reseal the top of the container before I look closely at it.
Okay. You carefully unseal the container and using some type of tool or implement swab out a bit of the goo. And it's extremely, let's see if I get this right. It is extremely cohesive and adhesive. So it's sticky, like it sticks to the scalpel or tool, whatever it is you're using to scrape it out of the container. And as you go to pull it out, like it wants to kind of stick together. So it forms like this long, gooey strand.
Ooh, like a cheese pull on a grilled cheese.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mozzarella on a pizza, yeah.
Sticky to objects and to itself. Got it.
Is it moving or what?
You see a slight shimmer within the material itself, almost reminiscent of the spores you saw before, but now kind of within the goo.
I'm gonna swab some onto a slide to look at under microscope and seal the container with. I'm gonna like swab the little bit onto a glass slide, put the swab back in the container, seal it, and put that back into the thing before I look at the slide.
Okay.
Not taking any chances with this goo.
What's your signature item, by the way?
It is an enamel pin of a Nigleria cell on my lapel of my lab coat.
All right. Well, if you'd like to interact with that while you're performing your study, you can go ahead and reduce your stress by 1. Don't forget your signature items.
He says hint,
Yeah.
hint.
So just kind of like rubbing your pen as you're looking through the microscope and taking notes. And we'll do an analysis for that. So that's observation, I believe.
Yes.
I want to play with my bobblehead to remove my stress real quick.
All right. Awesome. You get to ask me 4 questions.
Is it dead or alive?
It is alive. It is very much alive.
That's terrifying.
Oh, does this mean I can reduce my stress level too? Because if I succeed, it reduces stress level.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
That's
Yay.
interesting. If you succeed on finding out about something stressful, there's
That's cool. I
Knowledge
like
is
that.
power, right? Like you kind
True.
of take some of the scary out the more you know about a phenomenon, right?
yeah, it's true. Good point.
I'll use my calming presence to also reduce her stress level.
I think she's good.
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah.
I only had 2, so.
Yeah, good
Okay.
good refresh on the abilities, guys.
Okay, so it's alive. What is its purpose? What is it?
It appears to be making complex proteins and sugars. It's making food.
I've seen Evolution. I'll have you know.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier.
Great
I mean,
movie.
wow, you must be pretty old.
Caw-caw, Doogie Doogie.
She actually gets to lower everybody around her stress level too, in a short range by 1.
That's true. So if you're in
Yep.
medbay, so the other doctor or the agent, you may reduce your
Damn good.
stress by 1. Actually, I'd
know
count
how I didn't
Corky
get
in on
stressed.
that too. Little eavesdropper. Corky
Oh.
Keeman, have you been dropping eaves? I've been dropping no eaves, sir.
That's my favorite.
I was
part of
just
that
under
movie.
the window.
A little late for trimming the verge.
And as you're there listening in, Eugene's been laying on your lap for a little bit, and then hops down, does the doggy stretch, and trots off.
Good boy.
Off to do more good boy stuff.
Okay, next question.
Yes.
How does it work?
That is a hard question for me
Yeah,
to answer.
That is a tough question.
This may be a situation where my brain, like Thog's brain, can't possibly, so...
Maybe, so you said it's making food, so like making proteins and sugars.
Yes.
I guess maybe the question of how does it work could be more like, trying to think of a way to phrase it. Can I tell like what? I'm trying to think of, like of the way to word what's in my brain. So if this is from some type of larger organism, is this like its blood? Is this like a specific type of cell? Like how
I would
is
say...
it making the things? Like what? That's the best way I can explain what I mean.
I personally can't tell you how it's making the food, or why, but I could tell you that it's... In the term of its function, it's similar to, like, the way that a plant would produce sugars for itself, like, through photosynthesis. Like, it's using the environment around it to produce this material.
Okay.
Photosynthesis? I see.
Wow.
Okay. And lastly, what problems could it cause?
It's almost certainly something that you're going to want to keep under quarantine until you can do further analysis, because it is biological and it could be dangerous to humans. You don't know. If it's taking in literally everything from the environment around it, there's no reason to think that it wouldn't work the same on, say, human flesh. So...
Is it doing anything other than just producing food? Is it growing? Is it, like, are there cells dividing? Or is it just producing food?
It's just producing food. In that process is kind of increasing its mass somewhat, but it's nothing like what you saw before. This seems to be an entirely different process. Almost as though you're not seeing everything.
I mean, considering the suit just got up and walked away.
So, like, it occurs to you that, like, within a plant produces the food for itself, but the plant is still there. So where's your plant?
Right.
Is the question. What's the food for?
It's the $1 million question. or in this case, how many like $1,000 are they gonna give us?
It's millions.
For our or yeah, millions. What was it? 30? Oh, 30,000? No, 30 million, or whatever it was.
12 mil, I
It's
think.
13, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
something
12,
like that.
13, somewhere in that range.
That's
So-
the $13 million question.
So, Aaron, where would you be heading off to next?
To contact Weyland, please.
The doctors are very insistent that you contact the company.
Doctors, what do you want me to contact them about specifically?
Tell them that we had a containment unit that was hermetically sealed that had spores, and now it's the suit and the spores are no longer in there. And we're scared.
There were intelligent spores trying to break out, and then Arthur came in the room, and now there's this liquid making food.
And the suit is gone. And this
Feels like
containment
there's
unit was no longer sealed.
Spore then meets the eye.
It's funny because I actually just got a mug like a few days ago that has like different mushrooms on it, and on the inside lip of it, it says "Spore me another."
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
It is currently in the sink because I used it.
Can I use my wits? They're setting out a series of steps that happen. Do they make sense? Like,
Make a
I
wits
guess
roll.
it's yeah. And also, like, a character, I'm like, do I really want to go and tell the company this? No. Should I?
We need help.
Straight
Well,
up wits one.
the company might have further insight into how to handle the situation. If they're transporting it, it's a good bet that the company knows what it is. They're just not telling you for whatever, that's their prerogative. But they might be able to at least give you advice, if nothing else. So it's unlikely you'd be like leaking information to them that they don't already know or suspect, if that makes sense. Probably worth checking in. As
probably have our
far as
comms tapped
the
anyway.
series of events, it all seems to fit together well enough. But again, you get that feeling like there's a piece of the puzzle missing, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
What's this puppy's name?
What's this puppy's name? This is Kyler.
Oh, look at the
Puppy,
cute little
that's so
puppy.
cute.
No boy. This is the one boy.
Oh, that's so cute.
He's letting out these little like grunts, little grumbles.
Aww.
Can hear them.
You can.
Yep.
Oh, I just heard it.
Yeah, it's cute.
So cute.
Okay. So you want me to go ahead and use Mother to contact my contact. Get in
Yeah.
touch with my contact. Tell them about this specific situation with the spores and
Yes.
the
The goo.
containment failure due to Arthur. Well,
Yeah.
the
Possibly.
we
due to
don't know
Arthur.
if I understand.
But yeah, it's seems that it is no longer contained, and that's a big problem, I think, for us, and also
Oh.
probably for them.
No, it's probably a big opportunity for them. Can you? Is what on the slide is live? Can you
Yeah.
toss it back in containment?
Yes, I put just take the whole glass slides, put them directly back into the container.
Tools,
Seal it
everything.
back up.
Yep.
Anything
Okay.
that touched it is going in the containment unit.
I don't blame you at all. Huh. This is unusual for me. I sort of feel like we should talk to the captain, and I don't know why. Is there a step here, out of character, is there a step here that in character I'd be missing that it should go through the captain at all?
No, you're free to contact the
Okay.
company directly.
Okay then.
That's kind of your job anyway, so.
Shiny.
My thought
Then-
process was to tell the company, because it was surviving in a vacuum. We don't know what can kill it or feed it.
And now it's loose.
Yeah, and if we just spaced it, what if that just makes it go like it's working in a vacuum or moving in a vacuum? It could just come back on board.
Or someone else could find it.
Understood. Okay. I will go ahead and make contact.
All right. So I'll give you some time to type out a message. And
Yeah, ignore me.
actually, would this work for you guys to take a short break now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Awesome.
That'd work for me.
Sure, sounds good.
Cool. I got some new tunes for you. So we are going to take about a 10-minute break. Just give me a moment to get that up and running, and we will be back shortly. All right. So, off the topic of body horror and into the topic of body horror.
Oh, bring it.
So, Jules, have you prepared your message to
I
Ms.
have not
Price?
finished it.
Okay. Give you a few more minutes to work on that. And we will switch over to Butch. No roll required. You see Eugene kind of trot down the hallway, which kind of runs perpendicular to the one you're hanging out in. So, like, you kind of just out of the corner of your eye see movement, and you look over, and you just see him kind of walk over to that side. And after a few moments, you hear, like, a slight, like, claws scratching on metal sound, and then, like, a little shuffle wobble of metal. And then it's quiet.
Oh. Okay, I'll walk over there and investigate.
Okay. Again, I'm not gonna make you roll for this. With a good enough look over, you do find that there's a loose panel, and as you pull it to the side, looks like Eugene's got his own little hidey hole back there. You don't see him.
Shit.
Like, it kind of goes straight back and then turns to the left. But, yeah, he's got his own little hiding spot.
Okay, can I like stick my face in there, sort of look around?
Sure. You see that he must have been using this for a while. There's a bunch of, stray hairs left behind on the floor and dust and...
Mm-hmm.
What kind of a movie posters does he have on the wall?
Why is
No
Oh.
posters.
Why is-
Alien.
Lady and the
Why-
Tramp.
why is dust in the vents?
Yes,
Lady in the
Cindy Crawford,
Not
Sierra,
that dust.
1998.
But speaking of dust, Jeeve, where
Fox in
would you
hand.
be going after leaving the captain's quarters?
Is he not back yet?
He might not be back yet.
Oh, okay. We'll circle back then.
I'm muted, sorry. I forgot I muted
Oh,
Discord.
no worries.
I would probably head back to the galley to get food because, the whole being injured and unconscious and everything kind of takes its toll.
Yep, man's got
Oh,
his
yeah.
vittles.
Asserting your authority really does, work up an appetite.
Yeah, I can somehow.
For sure. So yeah, you pick yourself up a nice meal, get some coffee in you, some calf.
Probably soy calf. Officer.
Like synthetic almonds.
All I'm saying is the creamer is definitely powdered. It is
Good
powdered
to know
and,
for
It gives
future
the-
explosives use.
and stubborn.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Is powdered creamer explosive? Like,
You ever
or flammable?
seen
Yes.
Are You
Yeah.
Afraid of the Dark? The old
No.
Nickelodeon show? Okay, well, they used to tell scary campfires when they started the story. They used to throw powdered creamer onto the campfire. It'd go,
Yeah, to make it flare, yeah.
Like, I know flour is, but I didn't know creamer was.
yeah, creamer.
Corn-
You mean
cornstarch is, too.
carbon-based particulate? just
Yeah, I think
anything
that's
that's
what it
carbon
is.
based and particles in the air. There's enough distribution in the air and particles. It
Like-
can explode. That's why grain silos blow up.
Yeah, I was just gonna
very,
say.
very commonly, like people use cornstarch for like fire breathing stuff like that.
Yep.
If they don't want to use
Tastes terrible.
like alcohol or accelerant for whatever reason.
So yeah, I would get food and probably smoke a couple more cigarettes and just kind of ready myself for what's probably on its way.
All right. Doctor, continuing your research. All right. Now we'll go to the man himself. Let's talk to the captain. Still in your quarters. You got some big decisions you got to make.
Yeah.
So you've just been hammered with a whole lot of information. I assume you'll probably want to speak to the company agent at some point, but you have to decide what it is you want to do. Also, as far as it comes to your pursuers, I think we covered this before. You're not going to outgun them because you don't have any guns. You're not going to outrun them because they're obviously faster and probably a much more nimble craft than you. So, it'd kind of be like a car chase between a Greyhound bus and a Lamborghini. You just, not only are you slower, but you're far less maneuverable than what you're assuming to be as a military craft. But you're not without resources. You do have things that you could potentially use to your advantage, including the fact that you now have an ICC officer on board, because if this is a UPP craft and they come along and kill an ICC agent, that's war. That's a big deal. So his presence on the ship kind of gives you a little bit of diplomatic armor, we'll say. Or, if you let them know, hey, we've got a ICC agent on board, like, they're probably not going to go the blow you out of the sky route. Might buy you some time, if not turn them away entirely.
Okay. To bug the doctors really quick. So you wanted me to talk to my contact, be like, yo, there were spores. Arthur entered, spores turned to goop. Scientific reasoning, what they were, didn't want to space it. Anything else? I'm forgetting stuff. I know
It
I
was
am.
It
intelligent.
escaped. Yeah, and it escaped.
Ah. Did it though?
Probably.
We're
I
just
really
gonna
hope
see
not,
like
probably.
a walking spacesuit, and I can't
Yeah,
wait for
that's
it.
what I'm expecting.
That might be the best.
Okay.
That might be the best case scenario.
I think I know what happened, but I'm not gonna say. Okay.
I did not ingest the space board.
Thought it was Nutella or something.
Slipped my mind.
Strikes me as more of like a Vegemite.
Yeah, like was it Marmite?
Marmite, yeah.
I've had Vegemite. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah, what's the
tried
difference between Vegemite and Marmite?
I think
Yeah.
Different types of yeast.
Yeah, I think so.
It's basically yeast cannibalizing itself.
They need to make
That's
some
what
Vegemite
Vegemite is.
metal.
Yeah.
It's like an acquired taste. Like, I could see getting a taste for it, but if you don't eat it all the time, it's very strong.
Yeah, that's fine. I love strong flavors. So
Same here, yeah.
I may reach out to an Australian or British friend and see which one they recommend. Because you have to import that shit.
Like, if you do, let me know what they recommend. And,
I should
buy it on Amazon.
I probably could,
Yeah.
but I should check my local grocery store because they do have an international section which includes Iron Brew and Jammy Dodgers and Jaffa Cakes.
Yeah, you're
So
honestly
there's gotta
probably
be,
better
there.
getting it all.
They have Iron Brew?
Better off getting
they
it
have
local.
Iron Brew at my local grocery store.
than ordering from Amazon. Like the one I ordered from Amazon was fine, but
I want mine freshly made. Maybe.
Yeah.
you make your own.
You love your yeast cultures as fresh as possible.
Yeah, I don't think mine.
Yeah,
does
it's a
that,
pretty
though.
gross process.
Yeah.
If you get down into the technicals of it.
Imagine it's very
gross.
sticky.
Yeah.
Because it's
I
very
like
much got
Impatient
like
cannibalism.
it's almost got like a very thin sap kind of texture. It's very
But
like
it's like I've had
jam-like.
British people say like, our mustard's very spicy. You should be careful with it. And it's like, in America we have several different types of mustard, one of which is very spicy. And I had their mustard. It's just like yellow horseradish basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I just slathered it on everything and ate it
It's
anyway.
so good.
Much to their surprise.
So up in Buffalo, they got a mustard that's like that that I buy all the time.
What's the brand?
Weber's.
Weber's mustard.
Yep. Weber's horseradish. You can get it on Amazon.
1B or 2?
1B.
Yep, there it is. Look at that.
I love some
Horseradish
horseradish.
You know what? That's getting added to cart.
Yeah.
So I love me some fucking spicy ass mustard.
Wasn't it you, Libris, that posted about the dilution of the jalapenos, like where they were
Yes,
growing them to
there
be
were.
weaker?
There's some food scientists who
That's
have
bullshit.
lessened the Scoville units of jalapenos over the years to make them more marketable, and that's something
Huh.
I have personally noticed. Because if you're like spice averse, try buying a jalapeno and throwing it in whatever dish you're making. It's a lot less spicy than it used to be.
Yeah.
It is. It's just more flavorful. I've been getting green Tabasco sauce to get some more heat.
Well, it's like got this like
Alright.
vegetable taste to it, which I don't
Yeah.
like because
Yeah.
peppers are fucking fruits. They're supposed to be spicy.
Well, why try to be spice if I like the already least spicy? Like,
Thauglor,
So
you have a
people
DM.
would need
gotcha,
more
I'm
of them
reading
to equal, like, so people get addicted to spice, the dopamine, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the spice
me.
melange. Yep.
The spice melange.
Yeah, me and
And
Dust have
so-
blue eyes from fucking
Yep.
ingesting all the spice.
So many habaneros. So yeah, by weakening it, they have to use more in recipes to equal the spice levels that they want,
True.
so that the
Yeah.
people end up selling more.
True, and like Libra said, it is a lot more marketable if it's not super
Mhm.
spicy because people as a whole are wusses.
Mhm.
So
Well,
I
it
would
depends
be
on
one
your
of
Serranos.
it depends on your culinary culture, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm Irish and German, so anything that's not boiled to the point where it has no flavor is
I
too
am
spicy
too.
for me.
And
But I still
will eat
enjoy it from
jalapeno.
time to time. Yeah. I know
I'll
I'm gonna
eat a
suffer
jalapeno
for it,
just
but I'll
raw.
still
Let's
eat
go.
it. Like
it
I would
right
do
now.
that to myself, but
I wish I had some.
Yeah, jalapenos are great. Usually I average out at about habaneros as far as just on everything.
Yeah, I've moved
Uh,
on to serranos, hatch chilies, and
Serranos are great.
habaneros.
nice.
Those are my like
Pretty
peppers
hardcore.
of choice. Yeah.
a little rich
like
for
the
my blood,
spicy
but
things.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, I was at the candy store today with my kids buying ice cream and stuff, and they have a hot gummy bear that was 9 million Scoville heat.
I've
units.
seen that before.
That's
yeah.
5 times the amount of a Carolina Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Why?
I don't know,
And
but
they
it
have
said
this-
like, do not eat if you're pregnant or have a heart condition, and I was like, I believe that because that is
Yeah.
hot as fuck.
It's
There's
just
things like that, like
It's
pepper
the
spray
chips and
and
stuff
a
too.
gummy bear.
Yeah, it's the dopamine. Like the dopamine release is proportionate to the level of heat. Basically, the dopamine, the endorphins.
I think
all
that would
kind
just
of
make me
stuff.
shit my pants. Like I could swallow a gummy bear
Yeah.
without tasting it. I could do that, but it would 100% go
Just
straight
the
through my
Swedish
anus.
fish are the
Yeah, I think it would
best.
make me sick. I think.
Mhm.
If I swallowed that thing
Yeah, it's
whole,
too hot.
it would literally just burn through me as though it were like a piece of white hot steel. Just-
Yeah, the red hot steel ball versus
Yeah.
your colon.
Yep.
Like
It would
it's
just
still
melt
food,
right through
so
me.
if it doesn't taste good, then it's there's no point to spice.
Yeah, it's
Like,
got to have good taste.
Yeah, like it's still food. You're still supposed to be eating this, not.
I
You might as well just eat a ball of spikes.
I just know Tripp's shirt.
Straight out of cookies.
Nice.
That's funny, dude.
That's awesome.
All right,
I like it.
Aaron, your message has been successfully sent. You can assume, given the nature of the message, they're probably going to take a little bit to get back to you. Could be a couple
Mhm.
hours or even a day, but you wouldn't expect it to take more than, say, 24 hours to get a response.
Okay.
They've got to talk with other lawyers and figure out how exactly they can respond.
With their scientists. How much do we want to tell them before they pull in? She'll fucking toddle her happy ass back to Medbay to let them know it got sent, and this is what she sent, those couple things we talked about. Is there anyone else on board we want to inform about this?
I look at
Otherwise,
Alice. Mm. Maybe everyone, Captain.
maybe everyone.
I mean, I wanted to before it got out, and now it is out.
Yeah, I'll go get the
So
captain. Or no, fuck it. I'm gonna calm the captain. I'm in Medbay. I'm gonna calm captain.
All right. Still in your quarters, Captain. You get a intercom beep from Medbay.
What's up?
Can you come to Medbay?
Yeah, give me a couple minutes. I'll be down there in a minute.
Uh-huh. He did not sound happy.
Does he ever?
Well, with me, no. That's true. Huh. Damn.
All right, Captain. Leave your quarters. Start heading over
I'm
to
going to
Medbay.
lock the case up.
Okay. I'll assume that you have a safe in your room and you
Mhm.
lock it in there. Okay.
And I've got my jacket on and my gun is in the holster.
Ooh, business.
I'm walking around strapped right now.
Hey, you're well within your rights to do so, and it's definitely a situation what would call for it.
And I'm going to stop by the galley on the way to Medbay.
And you find Jeeves looking probably a bit relaxed now. I imagine it's literally a weight off your chest to not have that thing stuck to you. You can kind of relax your shoulders a little bit better at least.
Yeah, especially knowing what the risks of it even being on the ship are. Yeah, I don't want it on me.
Combined with the relief of, letting somebody into your confidence.
Yeah.
So, you see the captain walk in?
How's it going, Captain?
It's going. I'm gonna keep what you told me between us for now.
Don't want to cause a panic. That makes sense, yeah.
But we may have to use it against our friends that are following us.
Yeah, I considered that. Have you got readings on who it might be? The doctor mentioned, well, what would it be, UPP?
Yeah, UPP. But if it comes to that, I'll give you a signal to come to the bridge. So at least you'll be there when
Right?
I let people know.
Yeah, I think if it is UPP, they're less likely to be aggressive, at least.
I don't think they want to start a war.
Yeah, but at the same time,
They
if
might.
the company finds out I'm on board, then that's a whole other can of worms.
That's why I'm keeping it close. We
All
have an
right, I
agent on
appreciate
board.
it, Captain.
Then I'm gonna go to the
Yeah.
med bay.
All right. Get
3
off to
years under
Medbay
cover.
and find the doctors and agent standing by, awaiting your arrival.
Hi.
Mm.
What's up?
I don't know. You guys called me. What's going on?
When security boy came in here, the suit I was wearing at Ares Outpost got put into containment because it was growing mold or spores.
So then we got Aaron to contact whoever about that. I don't know who.
Mm-hmm.
And then
The captain crosses his arms over his chest.
because it was from whatever attack, that arm that attacked her. See if they knew anything about it. And then when
Yeah.
Arthur entered the room, it now is a goo that is turning food or energy into food.
Go on.
It was trying to break out. It was like a little tadpole going doop, doop, doop.
Anything else?
It was in a vacuum and moving. And doop, doop, doop.
The captain nods.
And now goo. I motion to the goo.
And it's
Yeah.
contained.
Mm.
As far as we can tell, yes, but there's a possibility it could have gotten out, Alice said.
So let me get this straight.
There's no spacesuit now, Niles. Of course.
Well, what if it turned to space? Where do you think the goo came from?
Is
What
there
the-
enough goop to be a spacesuit?
I don't know how goop works. I'm not the microbiologist.
No.
See? No. There is enough goop.
Are we done? Do I get to talk now?
It escaped.
It might be after Arthur or have a connection to Arthur.
The agent just shrugs. She has no idea what's going on.
So let me see if I got everything now. The stuff that got splashed on you, on your suit,
Mm-hmm.
you guys took it, quarantined
They
it.
did.
Yes.
It was spores and now it's goo, whatever. Might be loose, might not. Who knows? And you're just telling me this now.
It just
I
happened.
specifically remembered there was a person who might have looked like me about 15 minutes ago that stood in this very room with everybody in here and asked, "Is there anything else I need to know?" And you didn't tell me then. You waited to talk to the agent, to go back to the company,
Mm-hmm.
who put us on this shit mission in the first place, that put this dangerous life form or whatever the hell it is on my ship. And now everybody's at risk because
Precisely.
nobody's being truthful. Is that what I'm hearing?
I didn't know it was goo until after you had already left.
Same. And you had company, so I was trying to keep the intelligence to a minimum to not cause panic. And then we figured ask Erin to ask them what it is, and by the time that happened, goo.
Aaron just shrugs.
And goo gone, and not the type that Butch uses in his day-to-day work.
So why
shit
is this
works,
goose?
though.
Is he gonna pull some down? Oh,
Why is this goose still on board?
hell yeah, hell yeah.
It showed intelligence of maneuvering in a
Shit.
vacuum. I don't
It
know
works.
if spacing it would be the right idea, because it could just get on outside of like if we space it, what's stopping it from moving back onto the ship? And we
keep
don't
press-
know if like putting fire onto it is a good idea. Like, what if it just takes that energy and turns into more goo?
What's the alternative? We let it sit in here and keep doing what it's doing and It's already out. Could be
Maybe.
out there doing whatever.
Right. But Alice
So-
had a great idea of putting it in a box and then another box.
You realize how this sounds right now, right?
It's her idea.
And that's everything. I'm not going to get another call in 10 minutes saying, hey, by the way, we forgot to tell you it's got teeth.
I look at the goo.
Not enough
Has
goo
it,
to
has
be
it
a
changed?
suit.
Has the goo changed since I last looked at it under the slide?
He's doing the typey thing at me.
Yep.
In the end, Captain, things moved, honestly, surprisingly fast. But not only that, it's their job.
Okay. What's my job?
Take care of Arthur.
And
Yeah.
And
Where's
Arthur.
Arthur?
don't worry about Arthur. Arthur's locked away.
Because that was protocol.
Well, we kind of threw protocol out the door, didn't we?
No. I don't see that.
I would like to go on record as I did not coerce him into giving me Arthur.
This podcast episode kicks ass, dude.
Butch pisses at you, and you're just like, hey, listen to this.
I mean, at this point, I don't know. I actually don't know if I want to divulge anything yet. I will comms Butch real quick just to check in, see how the pipe fix went. Hey Butch, thanks for fixing those pipes. I noticed the alarm notification went away.
Yeah, you're welcome, as usual.
Same shit, different day. How's that issue of big jugs? Got some big jugs in there?
The biggest.
It's a Rubbermaid catalog.
Hey, is that a callback?
Yep.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, just so you know, everyone's, like, literally everyone but us is in medbay right now. Not sure what's going on, but there's something
Is there
going
like
on.
an emergency or something?
I don't know. I don't know. Things seem pretty dire. Can I just tell you something?
Sure.
I've been listening in on the medbay conversation the whole time they've been having it on comms, just because I could tell something suspicious was going on, and yeah, there's some shit going down. Spores getting loose. The ship could have some roaming goo suit.
What?
Yeah. There's definitely some shit going on.
Goose. Sorry, I don't know why that tickled me.
It escaped. It's like transforming. It's making its own food. It was able to move in a vacuum.
The fuck are you talking about?
That's just what's going down in medbay right now. They're having a party.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I wasn't drinking.
If there's spores, do we need to be wearing our masks? I mean, I got the filter mask I use for painting.
I'm putting my mask on right now, but like technically I don't know because they haven't told me or anything. But I'm just.
So are they like
know.
figuring it out? Or are they like shouting at each other? Like, what's going on over there?
Well, yeah, they're figuring it out, and there's some tension for sure. but I'm just letting you know you might want to like, put on some protective gear. I know I am, but technically, I don't know because they haven't told me. But I'm sure maybe they will soon. But yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. We need to protect ourselves.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go get my painter's mask on and put
Yeah.
gloves on.
Maybe double up on the painter's masks.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let you know if they reach out to me or if I find out anything else.
All right. I'll keep an eye out for any
Yeah, yes.
walking suits.
Yeah. So like the suit that they put into containment, just disappeared. So, and then there's a little bit of goo, like, and it's, they're left at the bottom. So I assume that turned into a goo suit, but it escaped containment somehow.
A goose suit has escaped containment.
A suit escaped containment and left behind some goo. So I'm just calling it a goo suit.
Roger. 10-4.
My stomach hurts from laughing.
And that's all in the comms there.
Like, yeah, I get it.
Just-
Like, how do you
just-
explain a goose suit?
And just let out a big like, whew.
He's getting his mask on not because he's worried about goose suits, because he's worried that there's a fucking gas leak somewhere.
That's fair, yeah.
What are the CO monitors saying in the
Yeah.
bridge?
Yeah, I'm gonna start monitoring like oxygen levels and just like all the different diagnostic datas that I get, just to see if there's any like spikes in any airborne I don't know, makeup.
Roll Comtech.
Comtech. It's not piloting, so don't get the.
For this one, I'll give you
but-
+2. It's familiarity with the
Awesome.
craft.
Yeah, because it is phrased when rolling for the ship, so I assume it's like things related to the ship. So Comtech +2.
Mm-hmm. This is routine information that you're ordinarily able to pull up. However, it prompts you for authorization when you go to bring it up. You put your key in, and it comes back, error. Okay, so you put your key in again, and this time it opens up. And you do see that the CO2 levels are a little bit high, but for some reason you didn't get a notification for that. They're a little high and steadily rising.
Yeah, so the goo's in our electronics. Awesome.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's what, like, I mean, immediate thought would be. Like, oh shit, whatever is now roaming throughout the ship, visible or not, is messing with our electronics, either intentionally or unintentionally. That's alarming. I'm gonna reach out to Medbay, and I'm gonna comm into Medbay, like, a normal comm into Medbay, and like, hey y'all, I just wanted to let you know I'm up here, just monitoring the situation with our trail and just the ship's diagnostics, and had a little bit of a glitch. It seems like it was the CO2 levels, right, Thog?
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like the CO2 levels are rising. I didn't get a notification for it, so
I'm going to stop you right there. The rest of you hear his voice cut off at that moment. Additionally, at that moment, Corky, the screen flickers, and now there's a window there that just reads, access revoked.
But I'm the key man. Access revoked, so like I can't, like my comms access?
Trying to access the atmospheric information is,
Okay.
You've been locked out.
Okay, but I'm still on comms with them?
You haven't heard anybody talk.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna continue talking and then stop, when I'm done.
And you get no reply.
I'm gonna like close the comms connection, reopen it. You guys there?
No reply.
I'll try to comms to.
You're not hearing. The rest of you are not hearing him.
Yeah, I'll try to comms to Butch. Like, hey Butch, you there?
Can I hear him?
Nope.
Well, shit. Okay, I'm gonna go to.
I'm gonna try to call Butch on the comms.
You hear the captain.
Captain, can you hear me?
No, Butch hears the captain. Sorry, I should have been
Oh.
more clear. Who's on first?
Yo, Skipper, what's up?
Just checking comms. I'm gonna try to get a hold of Corky now. I try to call up Corky now.
Okay. He talked to me a few minutes ago. So.
Yeah, we're gonna have a meeting very shortly.
Oh, where at?
The galley.
Okay. See you there.
I'm gonna try to call the bridge.
Would you start heading there now, Libris, Butch?
Yeah.
All right. So you'd get there probably before everybody else, and you'd find Jeeve there, drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes, under the care of his doctor.
Oh, you got one of those RX cigs. Let me see.
Oh yeah, the goods.
Yeah, I hand you one. How's it
That's
going?
medical tobacco.
Nice.
Captain, you make your way up to the bridge and find Corky talking to himself. I don't know if he'd still be like mid-sentence trying to get a hold of people, or if you'd at that moment be getting up. But you kind of run into each other right there.
He catches me trying to get on comms with people. Like,
You cut off, right?
Jesus, Captain, I've been trying to reach out to everyone. I think something's wrong with the comms. What was the last thing you heard from me?
I don't even remember. There's a lot going on right now.
Yes, so the atmospheric levels on the ship, I was just monitoring them, and the CO2 levels were rising, and I didn't get a notification for it.
I want to take a look at his monitor.
And it says
Just to
access
double-check.
revoked. Yeah. It said my access was revoked as soon as I started talking about it.
We're gonna have a meeting in the galley.
Oh, awesome. What about? I'll be there.
Thanks. I'm gonna go talk to Mother in the room.
Okay.
Yep. I'll start heading towards the galley.
I'm gonna go log into Mother.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do you want to do it verbally or through typing?
I'll type it to you.
Okay, that works for me. Would it be safe to assume, Corky, that you'd probably swing down to Medbay and let everybody know, hey, Captain's calling a meeting in the galley?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just do it verbally. That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah, so I'll hop on to Medbay now that I know my comms are down. And say, hey, y'all. Just want to let you know the captain's having a meeting in the galley about something here in a minute. I think my comms are down for some reason. I can't use comms. I don't know if anything I was saying was coming through about the CO2 levels. Did you guys get that info? What was the last thing you heard from me?
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just the last thing I heard from.
Well, the whole conversation we had last time,
Huh. Right. So he said, hey guys, well, yeah, so meeting in the galley here in a minute. We should all kind of head that way. But yeah, the CO2 levels in the ship are rising, and I didn't get a notification for it. And then my access was revoked, and then my comms went down, and then
So your access to the atmospheric readings got revoked?
yeah, and apparently my comms as well, because Captain was able to comm into me, and yeah, so something funky's going on there. It was almost like when I started talking about it, something didn't like that. Or it could just be an electrical glitch, I don't know. But
And
yeah, so
is it a secure frequency?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stare at Dr. Niles for a hot second.
But just want to make it clear.
What?
CO2 levels are rising steadily. at
It
this
could have
very
just been
moment.
broadcasted out the route. Like, what if the ship trailing us got the signal?
I don't know. But okay, so CO2 is
Rising steadily.
Does-
Yeah. I did
I
not get a
take it that's
notification.
bad.
Yeah, it's bad. You don't. Yeah, ideally, you don't want an overabundance of CO2. You know.
Okay.
Could the scrubbers need clean?
Maybe that'd be I think a Butch question.
So either my authorization or the captain's would be, maybe even Butch's would work for that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the atmospheric data of the ship has ever been something that we keep under lock and key. Like, so I don't know why.
Well, obviously.
Maybe
Yeah.
Mother's just glitching out.
My mother could be glitching out. Either way, it's concerning, regardless of the cause of it. And so I don't know what like this meeting is about. I know a little bit. I have some thoughts, but we should probably have that meeting so that
He
we
has
can all
some
get on the
thoughts.
same page.
What kind of?
What was that?
What kind of thought?
Thoughts of just, I don't know, concern, I guess. With everything that just happened.
Would you like to talk about your concern thought?
I mean, I've already kind of told you that. I mean, everything that access was revoked and all this crazy stuff, electrical glitches. Like literally everyone on the ship is in the med bay.
No.
Well, not everybody, but a lot of people.
4 of them.
In med bay, a lot of to and fro from the med bay.
Could this?
And
be
I saw
childhood
someone run. I
trauma
saw
coming
someone
up?
like running, like sprinting towards med bay, on a couple times after. I don't know. It just seems like there's something going on, and I get this. The general vibe is there's tension in the air.
Yes.
That glare that agent just gave to you, like when I said what I said. I don't know what that's all
I
about.
didn't glare. I stared.
Well. Okay, so you just stared. Sorry for interpreting it as a glare. It's just your natural poise. No, as a compliment.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, let's go to the galley. Let's gallop on over to the galley.
You
All right. So
Your stress could be coming from severe childhood trauma.
What kind of doctor are you?
Physician.
Oh, okay. So maybe don't worry so much about.
Mental health is just as important as physical health.
I'm aware, but not everyone's an expert in that.
all right. So
On the ship, I would.
you guys gather up in the galley while the captain talks to Mother. So whenever you're ready, Frobot.
All right, first thing I'm going to ask Mother for is a status report on herself.
She reports back that all systems are nominal.
I'm going to try to pull up the environmental information.
She really should say all systems are nominal.
Nice. Shows steadily rising CO2 levels, but for some reason that's showing in the green.
I will check to see if I can figure out why Corky's been revoked.
It's showing him now as an unauthorized user of the system. It's like his like user profile's been deleted.
I'm going to see if I can figure out who deleted it.
Access denied. It prompts you for a corporate access key.
There's the answer. All right, thank you, Mother. I'm going to log off and go down to the galley.
All right.
Oh no, I don't like that tone of voice.
And the whole
You shouldn't.
and the whole crew is there.
hey,
Thog,
hey.
did you want to finish the message or no?
I'll send the rest of it when the message actually goes through.
Okay.
Hey, Captain, I let everyone in Medbay know that you were calling a meeting.
Thanks,
away
Corky.
here. Yeah, no problem.
So apparently our pilot no longer has access to the systems he needs to do his job, and I can't give him back to him because it needs a corporate password. I wonder
Jesus.
why. Maybe because the corporate agent decided to send a message back about stuff that was going on in the med bay that I didn't know about, and now the corporation decided to
What'd you
not
tell
allow
them?
us to do our job.
What'd
Do
you
you
tell them about me?
understand that I send messages to corporate and receive messages from corporate frequently
Mhm.
about this ship?
Well, what'd you tell them about me? Why'd they revoke my access? What
I
do you
didn't
know
say
about me?
anything about you at all.
Then why'd
The
they revoke my-
doctors requested that I send the
I'm going to tell
information
everybody in the
about
room.
what happened with the sample in medbay and the med suit. So I did.
Right. I mean,
I'm going to fill everybody in the room in real quick on the samples and all that garbage that they don't know about. Specifically,
Oh.
Jeeve, Corky, and Butch.
They wanted me to send the
Oh.
information to corporate, so I did. I've done it all for you in the past.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
makes-
Well,
you're
not
requesting
for
information
Butch.
on it.
Do you not understand that now we have a biological issue on this ship? Something's loose. There's some kind of spore or goo. And
a
now,
goose suit. Goose
what's to
suit,
stop them
perhaps.
from sterilizing this whole ship, destroying it?
I mean, the ship could do with a good, thorough cleaning.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a bit more than that. We're under quarantine procedure now.
Yes.
Yes. God damn it. So why? But why would they revoke
Most
my
important is
access?
going to be air. We're going to
Be-
run out of air
That
if we don't get
CO2
the
needs to get
filters.
down.
Yep.
I mean, I don't have access to literally anything. Anything in the system. Like I mean,
But you
Maybe
know what
Aaron can give
scrubbers
it
are?
back to you. I don't know.
yeah, Aaron, send them an emergency.
She didn't
message
do it,
saying,
so I'm going to assume she can't give it back. I
Yeah,
think
but
it's
just-
above her.
Probably
was-
not. I might be able to make a secondary profile for a pilot, but that's
yeah,
it.
just something. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I would think that just deleting his old profile and making him a new one with the same permissions is probably the easiest way
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah.
What did you find out, Captain? Like, obviously.
There's nothing wrong with Mother that she
Okay.
could tell me. He's an unauthorized user now, Corky that is. And the CO2 levels are rising, but it still shows him as green. So I'm going to ask you point blank, can the company control the ship from where they are? Could they have turned off the CO2 filters to let us die?
I'm sure Mother could.
Can the
Mother can do a
corporation
lot
can
of
the
things.
corporation make her do that?
Unfortunately, she just looks at him. Like,
That's what I thought. Either you can't or
Yeah.
won't tell me.
Which means they can.
Yep. That's all I needed to know.
So that's
Corky,
great.
did you
So,
set your password on that email that they sent us about resetting our password every 30 days?
Yeah, I know. I take care of that. My passwords are 128 character, encrypted, all that stuff. I'm very on top of that. And I write every single one down in this little paper notebook I have too, so I don't forget. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't. But yeah, of course I don't even think I get those emails because I manually change my password at least once a month.
Could the rise of CO2 be perhaps from another life form on board
I mean,
that's exhaling CO2.
Every option is on the table right now.
yeah.
I
That
don't
much
know the answer.
CO2?
Is it? Yeah, it could be balanced for only 5 of us, and now we have an extra body.
Or 2. Or
That
3,
too.
because apparently there's a goo suit walking around, and there's
Yeah,
goo
but,
in
like,
a tube.
You'd think that the ship would,
Perhaps our oxygen reserves are just running low.
I
You
don't
think
think you get it, Captain. The goo in the tube was surviving in a vacuum. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
What I get is there's something on the ship that is potentially biohazard that could kill us all. And I was
Yeah,
told
it's what we picked up.
last.
Probably.
You were told thank.
What
You
was that,
weren't
Tripp?
told last. You were told in the order of whatever
Go on.
the doctors
Keep saying it. Go on.
The order of what? Yeah, I'm curious too. What?
Go on.
of what the doctors opted to say.
And who are the doctors to decide that?
Oh,
They're
the
not.
doctor's,
Don't
doctor's
look at
orders,
me.
huh?
They're not.
Yeah, we figured the company would have. At the time of the request, it was contained, and we thought the doctor we thought the company might have more like what to do with it because it was very dangerous and intelligent. Seeming.
And that didn't set off a bell in your head to tell the captain and the agent at the same time.
I asked.
Asked what?
Yes.
I asked.
Do no
if there
harm,
was
doctor. Isn't that the first
anyone
lines of the Hippocratic Oath?
They wanted to inform.
They wanted to inform. So they just didn't want to.
I don't know.
When suddenly the lights go out.
Ah, shit.
And you
Oh,
hear
yeah.
all the ship systems power down, leaving
Oh,
you in the
that's-
dimness of emergency lighting.
I have all my gear, right?
Yep.
I have a high beam flashlight. I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that goes on immediately.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
As you begin clicking on your flashlight, standing up, taking a look around, systems come back online. Lights flicker back
Awesome.
on.
So the system just went offline. The probably stuff was uploaded to the server and then booted back up. That's my guess.
Butch, the first thing you notice is you're not hearing the engines roaring.
Oh no.
Captain, I think we got a serious problem. I'm gonna go check on the engines.
Do you need help?
Yeah, I bet. Either you come turn a wrench or you can check the log files to find something specific.
I can't check the log files.
Oh,
Nobody goes anywhere alone.
Yeah, I'll go
Alright.
with you. I'll come with you.
All right.
That is an order.
If anybody has access to the computers, see if there's a log file that can pinpoint something exactly what we're on.
Just look
And
at the captain. Bridge.
And as
just
you
real quick,
gesture in that direction, you both notice that there is a red light flashing next to the intercom. Signifies that there is a message awaiting the corporate agent.
Put that shit on speaker. Come on.
Oh, shit.
Jeeve, you want to accompany us to the bridge?
Yeah, I'll tag along.
Yeah, and just for the record, I've got my little portable laptop that I have for, with the terminal access, just to see if, like, after that reboot, maybe now I do have some sort of access.
I'll look at the doctor and say, please, I implore you, if anything else out of the ordinary happens, let me know.
We let you know as soon as it was a problem.
Corky.
Your definition of a problem and mine are different.
True.
I'll put it that way.
I
That's the
thought
easiest way I can put it. No,
my first thought was
fine. I understand, but please,
very
let me determine if it's a problem or not. It's my job.
Mother, am I able to read this at the nearest flashing light, or do I have to go
No,
somewhere?
you have to go to Mother.
We're going up there with you. We're not going to go in, obviously, but we're going to be outside on the bridge.
That's fine. I will go ahead and
try
do
to-
that.
Porky,
to check
as
the
soon as you
ship
get to the
systems.
bridge and start, typing in your credentials, your access is returned. You pull up atmospheric information. CO2 levels are high, but now they're starting to slowly decline.
Okay, I'll let Butch know that as we're walking. Like, hey, my access is back. Seems like CO2 levels are on the decline. I don't know what the fuck's going on. You're muted.
Libras, you're muted.
Yeah, leave.
Sorry. I said, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'll have to check that and do a full system diagnostic.
As for the engines, they're simply not engaged. They shut down with the shutdown. You just need to put your coordinates back in, turn them back on.
I will do that on the bridge. If Porky's
that.
not there.
Engines roar to life, and you are back underway.
Good job, Butch.
I'm going to whistle for Eugene.
Eugene comes running, right?
After about 30, 45 seconds, you begin to hear the hurried tippity-tap footfalls of Eugene approaching. Then he trots up onto the bridge and looks up at you expectantly.
I'll do like a double hand tap on my chest and have him hop up.
He hops up.
Give him a little head scratches. Show the boy some love. I haven't seen him in a while.
He's happy to see you.
I'm going to take that stress away.
There you go. Let that waggly
Okay.
noodle take your stress away.
Message. She will fucking drag Captain off.
Into the mother room? Or where are we going?
Yeah, we're going to the comm station so I can read the message.
Okay. I will take Eugene with me.
And she'll get that message.
So you're showing the captain all of this?
No, she would leave him outside.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I thought you were taking me
Yeah.
in. We were already on
Oh,
the bridge.
no. Oh, okay, sorry. Then, yeah, she would just go and get the message.
I thought you were like bringing him along and say, all right.
Yeah,
fine,
that's
we'll
what I
listen to
thought.
the
I thought it
message."
was so bad you wanted to show the captain.
No.
Well, it still might be.
So she got half the message, right? And
No,
then,
you
or
should have
just
the full
all at
thing
once? No, I mean, how did she receive the message all at once?
All at once. I just
Okay, thank you.
accidentally hit enter instead of shift enter when I was typing it out.
I do that too.
Happens to me all the time in Discord.
More Eugene time.
Okay, so if it's showing that first sign, then it is that thing. Here. That's what I'm asking. Is it if it does this? Okay. Yeah, then at that point, corporate agent is going to... Does the audio file have to be played from that location, or can she...
You can download that as an attachment to like your PDAT.
Then she'll do that. Download it to her PDAT. And quickly exit everything. Just the most intense you've ever seen this corporate agent get. Including the day you met her trying to be a stick-up-the-butt corporate agent.
So Tuesday.
Yeah. Eric,
You go.
where's the case?
Locked in my quarters. Why?
Okay, we're going to your quarters. And she's going to run.
Captain, I assume you follow?
He's gonna look at Jeeves and even wave him to come with.
We're still on the bridge and heading to your quarters?
Yep.
All right.
All right, so the three of them head off. Everybody, I assume, returns to their respective areas of the ship. All right.
Yep.
So trio in the principal's office. What do you got?
My contact is stating you need to get the case. Who is its chosen host now? She's asking the two of them this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jeeve, it fell from you. Who
Okay.
did it go to after that?
The doctor.
The doctor had it.
Which
That's
doctor?
what you told me. You told me you saw him with it when you went
Yeah,
in.
it was in his hands, but he wasn't like, it wasn't stuck to him or anything. He just picked it up.
Okay. It didn't go to anybody.
Yeah, it didn't go to anyone else. Didn't attach to anyone else anyway.
Not that anybody said, but the doctor hasn't told us anything truthful, really, until it suits his purposes. So it could have stuck to him for whatever reason. I don't know.
If it was showing movement, it's likely armed. We need to get it with whoever it has. They say within close proximity of its chosen host. So I don't know if we all just need to get real fucking close for a hot minute, and then I play this audio file I downloaded on my PDAT, and that's all I know, and that's all I'm saying.
I will go and open the safe and grab the case and call everybody to the galley once again.
I like sit down.
Having
Back to the galley, everybody.
I know, I was just gonna say something like that. Like the scientists
Yeah.
just sit down, like everybody in the galley, like, God fucking damn it!
Yeah. Corky was just reaching for his bobblehead to give it a few bobbles to let himself calm down and call it to the galley. Getting my
And yes,
steps
I
in
still have
today.
I still have Eugene.
Call an emergency meeting.
Emergency meeting to follow up an emergency meeting that we just had.
Can we do this over Zoom or something?
No.
just picture the scene from the thing where they're doing the blood
No, it's more like
test.
Clue when they're running from room to room.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
And I feel like the
dun,
butler.
dun.
I just watched that last night again. I love that
It's a
movie.
great movie.
I've downloaded it, so I got it ready to watch.
Mr.
Yeah.
Body.
Because it has the big honkers in it that Lieber said.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, man's got to have priorities.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
There's
Oh,
also
yes,
a
I
singing
go.
telegram.
I like
Yes.
song, so
I am your singing telegram.
Wait, what
spoilers,
movie?
Jesus.
Clue.
Clue?
It's a minor spoiler. You'll be all right.
And I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I will head to the-
Spoiler for fucking 30 years.
A fucking 40-year-old movie. Get the fuck out of here. If you cared, you would
Clue.
have seen it already.
It is kind of a time capsule of who's who.
It was
in Hollywood
Professor
around
Plum
that time,
in the
too,
conservatory with the lead
like,
pipe.
the cast.
All right, so everybody's gathered up in the galley. What do you got for them, Cappy?
I'm gonna set the case in the middle of the table and just wave to the corporate agent to do whatever. She won't quite tell me exactly what she's gonna do.
Is the case doing anything?
It's being a case.
No, I'm asking Mother. Is the case doing anything?
Scanning.
She can
Case
open up
appears
her...
inert.
So
She got a message. It basically said that the case is gonna pick somebody to be its host or whatever, and
It
she wanted to
had.
know,
It was him. She points at Jeeve.
but it
So
fell
was-
off of him.
was he just a bad host, or did it get what it needed from him?
I don't know.
How does it choose a host? Like,
Don't know.
Hate cigarette
All
smoke.
great question.
I was gonna say it chose the cigarettes.
Yep.
Or it chose the goo suit
Mhm.
or the doctor.
I thought-
No. Doc, you just picked it up, right? It didn't attach itself to you like it did with him?
No attachment.
No, it didn't attach.
Okay.
It just dropped to the floor.
I picked it
Maybe
up and then
wait.
gave it to you.
Do you think it used the floor as its host?
Turn to Butch. Look at him.
So has the case ever been opened?
No.
No, there are seals on it that
Yeah,
are
Jeeves
meant to
speaks
remain
up.
sealed.
I highly recommend against opening it.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no.
you don't plan on opening it.
So I was told if this thing chose a host, I have an audio file to play for it. If it didn't, I need to do something else.
Oh, it totally chose me as a host. You can play me that audio
I mean,
Well, it did choose a host, but then not
it did,
chose a
but
host.
then it
so
fell
should
off
we,
him. So
yeah.
So should we still listen to the audio?
It did choose a host. That
I mean,
fulfills.
yeah, technically it did have a host.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did
That
have a
fulfills
host.
their wording. That fulfills their wording.
Yeah. That's an if-then statement.
Jeeve, please pick up the case, and she's gonna go ahead and play the file that's on her PDAT.
Yes.
All right, I'll pick it up.
You're holding the case in front of you. You hit play on the PDAT, and what starts is like obvious, like old 56K modem kind of just data noise. And there's a pause, and the little light on the front of the case switches from red to green. You hear click, and the case begins to open. A little bit of mist kind of
press it
pouring out of
close.
the sides of it.
Yeah.
You slam it shut?
Yes.
Okay. What follows is an odd discordant tune played on some sort of woodwind, likely a flute.
Okay.
And I need you to roll strength, Jeeve.
If he looks like he's struggling with like trying to hold it down, like I'll.
Like, I would have reflexively. It's one of those things like, would you reach out a hand and help keep it shut?
You slam it shut, clasp it, but there was something put inside there pushing back, like with resistance as you forced it shut. Another second, you might not have been able to get that shut.
Yeah, as I said, we shouldn't fucking open this thing.
play the other one.
The fuck?
Do the other
really
thing.
You really need to start asking for like audio transcriptions of these audio files before we play them, so you can see the contents before listening to it. Because we just got cursed.
The fuck?
I look over at Butch. I don't even think I know Butch's name yet. Do you have any duct tape?
Pulls it from his holster. Like,
Yeah, literally has it in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Just immediately start taping the shit out of this thing as tight as I can.
Just going down one side, flip it over, go
Yep.
up the other.
I got some spacecraft grade adhesive. If wanna...
Universal adhesive.
No, it's not universal adhesive. It's spacecraft grade.
Can we tack weld it?
TIG weld? Is that what it?
That's a different.
is there-
That's a,
Is
Yeah.
there like
Oh.
two different things?
I am so pissed right now. That fucking bitch.
Who?
Option 2, jettison all cargo, including the specimen and classified materials, along with the beacon for the corporation. And then they told me, don't worry, it's okay, help is on its way.
I kind of glance over
Wait.
at the captain.
Wait, so you didn't finish reading it before you...
Oh no, this is from memory. It's more that...
I'm kind of the mind, if you'd have told me that jettisoning was an option, I would have gone with that. And sorry, Jeeve, if it was still on your chest, I might have jettisoned you too.
Fair.
That's why I had such an argument about, is there really a host?
You didn't mention the jettison part until now.
Yeah, this all kind of gives me the
I
heebie-jeebies.
feel like that should have been led with.
She's gonna laugh, that's it.
You all right? You doing okay, Agent?
No.
Eugene lets out a low whine and cocks his head looking at the case just before you see it begin to bulge.
All right, let's get the case off the ship now.
Yeah, let's get us away from the case and then the case off the ship, because that's
Nearest
about
airlock.
to explode.
Yeah.
It needs to happen real fast because that
Like
thing
right
is
now- yeah.
bulging.
We're
Right now.
going.
Like right
Heading
now?
to the nearest airlock to where we are.
Whoever's running it to the airlock, I need to roll mobility. I will allow one person to assist you with that roll, as a person could help you get a suit on.
I have a 3 mobility. So,
Go for it if you want.
all right, I'll
I
do
only
it.
have
This is
one.
me. This is me all
Nope.
day, baby.
Jeeves got it.
You've already did it.
Oh, never mind.
He had the
Yay!
case,
It's
so
all
we'll
you,
go with
Jeeves.
that. So you rush over, put it in the airlock, get back out, hit the button, open the door, see it fly out.
Everything else and the...
Yep.
Yeah.
Gonna work on it.
But I would recommend, well, we're going to take a while. That way they don't find that case in that state. I'm sure there's a tracker
Yeah,
on
the duct
it.
tape's not going to hold long.
Mm-mm.
And there's still the problem of the goo suit.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
getting jettisoned as well.
If we can find it, if it hasn't.
Yeah, we
like,
don't. That's as we find it.
Yeah, and if it hasn't left
It's
other
probably like.
items around,
Mm.
I mean, the goo probably gives it
More
like
goo,
special abilities too, so it can probably
etc.
like camouflage with the wall and go invisible, that sort of thing. Could be in the room right now with us.
Let's get everything off the ship that we need to get off the ship first, and then deal with the suit after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butch,
So, we
Heavy
jettisoned
loader.
Arthur, and now everything else?
Yeah, I vote we take a little bit of time on everything else and do it all in one big go with the tracker. That way, Arthur just got lost in the shuffle. It's out, but God knows where.
All right.
So they're going to probably kill us now, right?
Just not a
Possibility.
chance.
Potentially.
help is on the way.
Yeah, help is on the way.
Help.
Please remain calm.
We're the government. We're here to help.
What are other options? We've got cases that are going somewhere.
No, I
That
think we should jettison it. Anything that happens after that, so be it.
We'll deal with it as a crew. I suppose.
I'm kinda
promise to
gonna
keep flying the ship.
Shoot a
so.
glance at Jeeve, but not say anything.
No.
Is there? I can't think of anything else we can do.
Nope.
Our hand's been forced.
gonna go with Butch to get the cargo off the ship.
So we're jettisoning the other
Yeah, all the other.
named containment units.
They specifically also mentioned.
Gilgamesh and all them.
Well, they also mentioned the specimens. So, I don't know if that's going to mean the goo, since we mentioned it in the
Gotta find it.
message.
We gotta find that too. But let's get everything where we know where it is
Yeah.
before we don't know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
There are still samples of the goo, right?
Yeah.
In the
Yep.
lab.
Yeah.
Yep. We should
And
jettison that too.
maybe we'll find more goo as we're like, clearing out the ship.
On the trail.
Yeah.
We'll definitely go on a goo hunt
I hope not.
after we get rid of everything else.
Yep, it'll be a good time.
Very goo time.
And just then, from elsewhere in the ship, you all hear a distant, low boom, and then feel a sudden breeze just before warning lights kick on. Klaxon alarms are flaring. Wah, wah. Hull breach detected. Hull breach detected. Emergency. Wah, wah. And that
Yeah.
is where we'll call it a
yeah.
session.
Son of a bitch.
No!
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Is it from inside the ship or outside the ship? I can't wait to find out.
It's the goo suit. I'm calling it now.
I
It's the
think
goo
Or
suit. It's the,
Arthur
I
got
think
out
it's
of
the
box
communists.
no, it's
and
the goo
broke
suit from
into the
outside
ship.
the ship. I'm calling it.
This
Is
is
it-
why I didn't want to jettison the goo.
Yeah, is it the goose suit? Is it the case? Is it the communists?
Is it you and you're just playing?
It's me. It's me.
Yeah.
Could be the
Is it
could be the company
you?
guy here.
The viewer?
Is it-
The company just got here and shot us.
Like 90s cartoons. Is it you?
Would you like to know more?
Tune in next week.
Indeed.
Oh my god.
So again, I am uploading all of these to YouTube, so if anybody's watching tonight and maybe a little lost as to the plot, you can find all of the previous episodes there. I usually get them up either later tonight or tomorrow. I'll have it up on the YouTube. So make sure you guys are following that, and thank you guys for all the follows and subscriptions and support tonight. I definitely appreciate it. Love seeing so many people in chat, even though I can't pay too much attention to them because I'm juggling bombs over here. But this has been a lot of fun. Especially with a group this size, it being a new game, different system, and just like the style of game that it is. I wanted to thank you all for it. We're kind of jumping back and forth between groups a lot, so you've all been very, very good about that and keeping meta knowledge straight. So really well done. And of course, thanks for the puppies. This is all we love to see puppies.
He's no problem.
So yeah, presumably I should be good to go for next week. Anybody got anything going on that they know of?
Should be good next week.
I'm good.
Same.
Cool.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
Awesome. Well, maybe
So
you'll
my
have the luck of the
brother's birthday.
Irish as the hull of your ship is torn open.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Aaron, go fuck yourself.
Oh god, did I cause it?
I still
Oh
second.
god.
I second that.
Well,
I really hope I didn't cause it and everyone thinks I did, because it'll be fun.
a catastrophe of this magnitude certainly has to be somebody's fault. And there'll be plenty of time to point fingers later
It
for
ain't the
those
key
of you who
man.
live.
True, very true.
I forgot to mention, Thog, my character can breathe in space.
Oh, yeah?
Part of my backstory, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a space elf.
Is that how that works?
No.
All right.
Oh, damn it, my buddy. Rival.
So we'll go through and do our favorite things and shout outs as usual. So we'll start with Dust, the officer.
favorite thing was how many times the praise goo suit was said throughout the session.
Yeah, thank you, Joey. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
no problem.
Interaction with Frobot was good, tense.
I
Trying
don't
not
want
to
to
give
be the
away
hall
too
monitor.
much. Yeah, I was trying to give away too much information too soon either, because like character's been undercover for 3 years, so.
In this case, we could have used a hull monitor.
But
yeah,
yeah,
I think it was well
it's
timed.
great.
All right, Tripp, Dr. Niles.
I really enjoyed like there's like a little middle bit there where everything was like playing out just like the pacing of a movie.
Thank you. That's pretty much
Yeah.
exactly what I'm going for with this, because it's all based on movies.
Like when everything it's goo now, it's spores. Tell the case is acting up. I like.
Awesome. What about you, Captain Frobot?
I want to say I enjoyed yelling at everybody, but I don't really enjoy it.
But it's good.
I mean, somebody's got to be the asshole.
No, I think
so
you did a
that's
great
always
job.
fun. Other than that, I enjoyed all of it, really.
Nice.
Interacting with Dust for the first time was great. Libris, always fun. Joey, well, Joey's Joey.
Expound upon that. Yeah.
You know how you are.
I do.
All the puns. But yeah, that's it.
All right. Corporate Agent Jules.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Did I do
Way to go,
that?
Urkel.
I really hope I didn't cause it and get blamed for it for weeks, because that would be perfect, and I would love that.
You're
Tonight,
kind of assuming that we're going to be alive for weeks.
I know. That's what I'm hoping.
Well,
We'll
don't
die
worry. We'll blame you for as
eventually.
long as we can. Yeah.
Excellent. This is gonna be fun. Oh my god. Fucking goo suit. I was waiting for like something weird to happen, like Eugene ate the fucking suit. Something weird.
Still on the table.
No. True.
It's the only way to keep it contained within our own bodies.
I still thought they cut the hole out, put that in a tube, but I could be wrong.
That's
what?
what I thought too. I thought it was like we cut out the spory part and put it in the.
Okay.
Like, I thought we had we have a cut up suit right now.
I have no idea. I'm just an agent.
Well, control F your notes for cut.
Soon to be very dead agent, because I will be the first one they offer up for death.
Hey, communists, we got a corpo agent on.
Mm-hmm.
She's all yours.
Mhm.
Think of all the crazy stuff you get out of her head.
Yeah, this is what you're after, right? Just leave our ship alone. You can have this.
You gonna be able to keep flying that ship with a big old hole in it?
Well, what's a better way to harken back to films of the 80s than to have a little Red Scare, right?
True.
We can just patch that hole, though. It'll be fine.
You're gonna be fine.
Little Bondo and duct tape will be fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Flex tape or something.
Flex seal.
Yeah, flex tape.
Mm.
Fix a hole.
All right, Dr. Alice, ammo.
Some drywall mud on there. We'll be good to go.
What was your favorite part? And anything you'd like to shout out?
I liked how angry the captain was getting at the lack of information. And
Oh, I was
how
thinking about that for a while while you guys
Dr.
were doing
Niles was kind of like a little bit throwing me under the bus and was like, "Oh, it was all her idea." I'm like, "But you said..."
No. Putting it in a box was your idea. and then in a
Throwing you
box.
under the-
Like the,
throwing you
Yeah,
under the
it was
bus
a-
that
it was a
he's
good idea.
driving.
yeah, that, I wasn't
Yeah, it was-
saying. I
it
wasn't
was
saying the
funny.
whole thing was your idea.
She did it.
And also, Alice didn't want to say it out loud, but was like thinking that like it probably should be up to the scientists to decide what to do with something sciencey related, because we're more the
Yeah.
experts in that field. But
There's
she's
a
not
fine
going to say
line.
that out loud.
A
I'm
fine
sure-
line
I'm-
between like the ship being destroyed and science.
Yeah,
I'm
the
sure
agent
some-
wasn't gonna argue it.
At
Yeah,
the
I'm
time
sure,
of contacting the agent, it seemed right, but then when the agent got there, it was like, oh, things
At
fucked
that
up
point,
already.
yeah, it was like.
Things happen fast in the vacuum of space. What can I tell you? All right, Butch Bradshaw,
No air resistance.
Libris.
My favorite part was fixing fucking spraying shit hose while all this politicking and fucking corporate espionage was going on.
I was with you in this shit, brother. I'd rather
Dying.
deal with that than the other shit.
Exactly. I am perfectly happy fixing that as opposed to all that other nonsense.
A lot to be said for the unsung
'cause it-
heroes, keeping our
'Cause at least you
society
can
clean.
fix that, you know.
Yeah.
One mop
I get to
bucket
help
and fucking shit pipe at a time.
I get to help with both. Best of both worlds.
Then there you go.
Crowded world.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be used as a plug for the spaceship. I'm gonna die. It's gonna be awesome.
You just explode outwards.
Yeah, it's fine. They can use my bones.
To make my bread.
Yeah, keep saying that. We'll just skin you and fucking spread you across the hole.
Make another goose suit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Throw up some spackle.
Goo.
All right, young Joseph and his brood of puppers.
Yeah.
Puppy.
It was a lot of fun. I'd say. Oh boy, my favorite part. I agree with Tripp. It really did feel like the pacing was very much that that kind of movie experience. It was very fun. I'm trying to think of my favorite part. There was just so much. I like that everyone liked Goose Suit. That wasn't even meant to really be a joke. That was just like what it felt, that's what it felt like in my head. Probably is a Goose Suit. I liked that I was able to listen in to the medbay conversation and just like a podcast on in the background. It's like, huh, okay, neat. Yeah.
Excellent work. And Joey also makes amazing computers, and I can attest to that. I'm using one as we speak to both stream and record this. And
I concur. Ammo
Indeed.
concurs.
make sure you guys, if you are in the market for a new PC, head over to worldclasscomputers.com. Get yourself a quality
site.
machine. And for me, my links will be in the chat, but you can find me on Twitter at Thauglor, and of course here on Twitch and on YouTube, where this will be uploaded later. So if you are new, feel free to follow, subscribe, do all the things. And, we do mostly D&D has been the history, but I'm trying to branch out a little bit more, try new game systems. And I really do like Free League's, so I forget what they call it, but the system that they use for this game of, it's a dice pool, but it's light enough on the rules that it doesn't feel like burdensome.
I like
and
this dice pool, this game.
yeah, it's very smooth. It works very well for this genre specifically, I think. So I might look into getting some more of their products. I know they recently came out with a Walking Dead one, so maybe we'll use that for the next season of Know You're Dead whenever I'm ready to do that.
That'd be interesting.
So it's something I'm mulling over. And that's it for me for now. And great job tonight, everyone. And we will see you all next week. But we wave and say goodbye, and we
I'm waving, I promise.
are out of here.
Bye
Bye.
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 Later.